us in, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we are live on Myth Brigade. Byron has got the spirit of the evil techno that's royalty free, so don't copyright claim us this time, YouTube.
This time.
Yeah, no, last time we were straight up playing some shit we shouldn't have. I wasn't paying attention. So anyway, we're live. We're all here, and by all... Hey, look, guys, watch this. Watch this. Will this show up? No, it's behind. Can I get out there?
Did we get the band back together?
We have the band back together. Watch this, though. So this was Lily. If you see on the stream, this little frowny face. Poor Lily. But Tyler's back, Lily's back, so no need for that anymore. Byron, it's your show. Let's kill the Big D.
All right. Well, you may not even see the Big D. Who knows? It's hard to say.
What a bad Tuesday evening this would be if I don't wind up seeing the Big D.
What did I show up for then?
Yeah.
I mean,
intruders.
Oh shit! All right, guys, welcome to Myth Brigade, and we finally got this this game back in the saddle, I guess to call it, for that matter. But anyway, Dracula has stopped his interference of cutting off my internet, making people sick, and all the shit that happens. You know.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know.
What you get for drinking vamp blood, Tesla.
No doubt, right?
Yeah, no shit. This is yeah.
Somehow this was all Tesla's fault, right?
Fighting off that Hep C.
Hep C. You take your Jardians. But anyway. So we're back with another episode of Blood Rising, or whatever the hell the name of this thing is, because I don't think we called it that fairly.
It is Blood Rising. I realized that just the other day.
2.5 years. That's 2.5 years.
I came up with a great name like 3 years ago at this point.
I know, right? But we're getting back in the swing of things, and excited to be here tonight. And so we're just gonna go around the horn real quick because try to make this show like actually impactful in the hour and 45 minutes or so that we play. So Brett, how you doing?
Yep, I am doing great. Last time, if I recall, we got to kill some vampire children out in the middle of a cemetery, you know, and it was a blast. And so I think we're ready to see what's inside the mausoleum of eerie doomness. So I'm really pumped for that.
Right, cool.
That's the working title. As always, Tesla brings it. It's the Mausoleum of Scary Doomness. Is that really what you said?
I said eerie doomness.
Okay, eerie doomness. We got it.
Scary doomness
Thor,
sounds
welcome.
much more imposing. Welcome, Thor.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Dan Kaplan, sexy ass shirt you got on today, Myth Brigade.
That's right. I always wear my sexy ass shirt.
Right.
Well, things are going well.
I got my Dracula shirt on today.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
Dr.
Stacking
Acula.
bodies since 1645.
You got to bring the bling, right? Game store's going great. Things are selling. We're watching the economy bounce around and money go flying everywhere, and interest rates jump around, and it's always interesting, right? Because I got a 2-year cycle on my games, so it's been fun times. But we're doing good, and just enjoying the spring, man. Flowers are out. Can go back inside again. Nice weather. Everything's beautiful, and I'm ready to kill Big D if that's what's going to happen tonight.
Maybe. I don't know. We got a small amount of time for such a big D, but anyway.
I was like, you're not ready for that, dude.
Yeah.
We're not ready for that kind of quickie. Tara.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fantastic.
With your amazing camera that you've always had, apparently.
That I've had since just after we started this game. Yes.
No, seriously, in the comments below, please evaluate Tara. First of all, looking hot tonight. I'm just going to say it, but that camera is. I think you got that from James Payne, and the lighting too, Byron. Right?
Maybe.
Yeah, like the lighting is all. I don't know.
It's different.
The camera, it might be different ambient lighting, but it's the same camera. It's got a little ring light on it.
What do you say, Thor? How's Tara looking tonight?
He said meow. He said meow. So hell yeah, bring it on.
Right. So I'm great. My new job is great. I get to sleep at night sometimes, so that's wonderful.
Fuck yeah. That sounds great. That sounds amazing. All right, Mr. Jason Jones.
I don't know. So I just want to point out that after last episode, like Brent said, I went in and I was explaining how it went because I always do. And I was like, man, I don't know. I was pretty tired. I was kind of drunk. I was like, I don't know. We killed some kids and stuff. It was really awesome. And she just sort of stared at me in silence for a few seconds. So, yeah, I'm excited. Maybe we'll kill some more. We don't know. Vampire
You're not convincing Lee to join us.
Not happening. Never happening. My dog weighed in at 109 pounds at 10 months, so I'm excited. Ooh. Well on his way to...
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a big turd.
Now that's a big D.
If I'm being honest. It's a big dump.
That's a big D.
It's a big dump.
That's the title. That's a big D.
That's a big D. OG.
Yeah.
My dog is like a 4 on the dog fat chart. So the vet was like, oh man, you need to quit giving your dog snacks. I'm like, but he's gonna be real sad about that.
I love that there's a dog fat chart. Just like I went to the doctor for like a normal physical, and then I'll move on, Byron. And the doctor's like, yeah, okay, hey, take this home, and next time you come in, tell me which poop you've got. And I was like, what?
The Bristol chart.
It's like, okay, let's look at the little poops. And I'm like, I don't normally do much looking once I'm done, or while. Anyway, moving on. The big milestone for me.
I'm glad you shared that, though.
The big milestone for me is Tyler's back. Damn it, Tyler is back.
Right.
I'm excited.
Goblin Riot has its original members.
Ooh.
All right, Mr. Tyler. I already know how you're doing, but go ahead.
I'm doing great. I quit my job. So I'm back.
I was wondering.
It had been like 2 whole months. So
I mean, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, I guess. Right? Like.
Right.
I think every time we play this game, I have a new job.
I feel like Dan and Jason are stagnating.
Yeah, we are.
Right.
We are.
I worked like over 30 days straight, and I decided I didn't want to do that anymore.
I'm steadily working toward outsourcing myself to ChatGPT so I can go hang out with Dan and play video games.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I like it.
Byron, how's your new gig?
Fabulous. Actually amazing, dude. I've got so much hobby time now. I'm so motivated to actually do my hobby stuff, and I get to do my passion for a job now. Kind of like Dan, but Dan seems to suffer more than I do, I think. Much larger business. My D is much smaller.
Hey, let's not start measuring D's now. Let's not do that.
Not comparing D's.
So which one is the intruder here?
Is that a keyword? Intruder?
Yeah.
Intruder.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway. No, it's fabulous.
Back to Dracula.
I do love it, and I find just more enjoyment because I get to do what I like to do for a job now.
Nice.
So it's really cool. Awesome. All right, so when we last left off, Tesla, Johnny, and Evan had gotten rid of the pests that were swirling around Lily's body as it laid in the dirt in the forested area. After getting rid of them and taking them out into the sunlight or shooting them with a net gun or all the things that happened to them, Tesla sucking some of them dry with his vampiric powers that were gifted to him by his goddess Anika.
Capri-Sun.
And Evan using some of his vampiric powers blessed to him by his goddess Elspeth.
She's so hot.
And Dan just using his just natural godlike powers of shooting. For an 82-year-old man. But he's quite good shot. But yeah, so you guys had finished that up with the gunfire. You kind of left that zone. You didn't really investigate too much about what was there, and kind of walked away. And we're walking out of the forested areas after the police officer, Dr. Mitchell, had escorted everyone off of the premises, and of course, the cemetery is closed down with police tape, and even the grounds people are gone, even though some of you are dressed like some of them. But anyway, so
grounds people are right here talking
like
about
a wagon or something.
Yeah, well, you got a pram.
Yeah, pram. That's right. Yeah, it's a pram.
What's in the pram? Yep. And so you're kind of rolling the pram, and you guys are kind of coming out of the woods like it's an open hangar on Armageddon, and you guys are rolling forward like that, and you looked to the mausoleum. It's an overcast kind of day, and in the doorway, wearing the white shift with the jet black stringy hair laying on her shoulders and down the front of her lips a bright scarlet red, as if they were painted on with fresh blood, and she gestures to you with one finger, and then she goes back into the mausoleum.
There's more room to talk out here. In the sun. Bitch.
so subtle, Evan.
What?
So Lily's body is laying over there under a bush, right?
Yeah, behind you.
All right.
I'm gonna turn towards Lily. Being the medic, I'm gonna.
So you actually never went into the woods.
Yeah.
You were still out. They came out of the woods before you went in.
So I think there's this moment where we're standing there looking at her, and I saw it. I would say, they got Lily. She's there. I think she's dead. She's not breathing. We have to end her now.
End her. Oh, end her.
End her. Yes. Sorry, it's the accent. Happens.
And Lily or the Blood Queen in the crypt?
No. Oh.
Queen bitch of the crypt.
Yes.
It's just like I picture
Yes.
the Benny Hill theme kicking in right now.
Could we not attend to Lily's
who's on
body before
first?
we go? I mean, it is our comrade there.
Well, if you think you can
Evan,
revive her, it looks
come
like
with
she's
me.
dead. All right. I would go. Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm just gonna like look at Evan and turn and head in, trusting that he's going to follow me.
Yeah.
Okay, so Evan and Dr. Mitchell are going back into the woods. What about Johnny and Tesla?
I'm gonna cover the. I'll just tell Johnny. I'll be like, I'm gonna cover the mausoleum. I'm gonna reload the shotgun, and just cover the front of the mausoleum. In case
You were using your vampire presence earlier, kind of keeping track of where everybody was and stuff like that. So that naturally comes back on now that you're not being aggressive in that little zone, and you only get one presence, and that's at the mausoleum. And that's it.
Okay.
Other than an Evan, you can.
And Tesla, I know from your run-in with Dr. Mitchell that you can drink people's souls like a straw, but is it possible that with Lily back there, you could do the inverse? Could you
I've never tried it. I mean, it couldn't make anything worse if she's dead. I'm like, you want to cover the mausoleum, and I'll go see what I can do to help.
Yes, I'm the powerless one here, literally. So I will stay here.
I don't have any powers.
Help the others.
I don't have any powers.
Oh, of course. But you're not there, Dr. Mitchell. You can't hear me say it. But of course, Dr. Mitchell, you're correct.
I'm not that far away.
All right, I'll be right behind him then.
Okay. So are you going into then, Johnny?
I'm staying put to watch the crypt.
Yeah, you're staying put to watch the crypt.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that, I mean, can you give me a feel for it? How far away is Lily's body about? It'll be like
15
a mile or 50 feet. Okay, cool. So I'll listen for them. If I hear trouble, just let me know.
Oh yeah, you're real there. You're right there. You're like literally right at the edge of the forest. It's about 35 feet to the front of the mausoleum, and they're only like no more than 15 feet behind you.
And forgive me, I don't recall. Do we brought specialized gear? Like I'm wearing my
Oh yeah, you got everything.
my blow up vest and stuff. Okay.
Yep, sure. Well, your blow up vest wouldn't fit underneath your thing, so you didn't bring the explosive vest.
Oh, okay.
You have it. It's in the pram, but you did not. Put it
Yeah,
on.
because everyone, the explosive
Everything's in
pram.
the pram.
Yeah.
Isn't
Because it
everything?
was really bulky while
Are
you
you
were
gonna,
wearing.
are you
the-
gonna casually
the
put
net-
on your
the
TNT
net gun
vest?
backpack and stuff? Was
I guess I'll just I'll just hold pram like a 85-year-old man would with his grandchild and
Rock it back.
observe the mausoleum
At a cemetery.
at a
in a
cemetery.
groundskeeper uniform, wearing a leaf blower.
Yes, facing
Oh,
west.
that's right. The leaf blower has the
Nothing to see here.
the
On one
boom
leg,
stuff in.
hopping.
Yeah.
Tesla, did you indicate to us that there was only one vampiric presence, or did you?
Oh yeah,
yourself?
yeah. When I get there, I'm like, shit. As far as I can tell, she's the only one left.
All right, so just let us know if you see anything, if you notice anything while we're going into the woods, all dark and deep.
Well, Johnny suggested I try something. It's not a terrible idea.
Given your usual assessment of ideas,
Mhm.
can we have a little more detail before we accept that it's not terrible?
What do you're gonna try to reverse the flow, huh?
Oh, that's a good guess. But yeah.
I heard you're only 10 feet away.
Oh yeah. I don't know if that's even possible or if that's something I can do. But I mean, you could try it. I mean, it's not going to make her any more dead.
I think there's a moment, Byron, just for
Might be a
quick.
little early for that kind of humor, Tesla.
I zip back to the pram that we probably stole
Yeah.
from someone, and I get some wet wipes because he might need them when he's done with whatever he's about to do.
It's right there.
It is going to be an
Right there
emetic
next
straw power here.
But I don't know if you wanted to do your thing first or something like that. But
I mean, I'm just gonna say, I mean, how close do I have to get to see that she is really most sincerely dead?
I mean, you can see that her carcass has been chewed on, like it's been laying there with rats chewing on it for like over, several hours at least.
That's
That-
I
probably
think I
fine.
probably,
Or like,
I
it
think,
would probably look like a leopard that's been chewed on by hyenas for a few hours.
so between
Pieces
that
of
and the
it's
smell,
missing.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and vomit now.
Just fine.
Vomit a little bit in his mouth in solidarity.
Oh
So-
shit! I'm gonna open the black bug IO in case I have to roll to vomit.
I'm gonna be like, Evan, do you want to try to double team this? I know this is odd, but
What?
no, I mean your blood, right? Straight up.
Oh,
It didn't heal
Well-
me.
It didn't. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work like in the movies.
but she wasn't one of my kin either. Remember. Byron, what I would remember the milestone. I think I would remember that she was bitten. Was that one on my bloodline or no?
The one that bit Lily
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
back at the
The rig.
The rig.
Rick. No, that was Vlad. That was a lineage Dracul vampire. Because remember, Ring, when you guys first talked to Ring, they had talked about the fact that you guys destroyed a vampire that they were practicing on.
These vampire children, are they still, their bodies still intact or disintegrated?
So you took them all in the sunlight. They're all ash.
Okay.
There's
That's
none of them fell in the wood.
Nope, you guys took them all out.
So I'm gonna turn her over,
We were
Byron.
really obnoxiously efficient. You know that?
Reach
were-
down and
You were. I only know that because I just watched the last 45 minutes of the last stream. That's why I'm so sure of it.
did it.
I'm gonna
All
flip
right.
her over and brush her hair away from her. It's probably all matted to her face. Whatever. I'm gonna turn her over. I don't think her face was up, right?
No, her face was down.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn her over so Dr. Mitchell can, once it's safe, she can get in and do some medical assessment or whatever.
Sure.
Brush her hair away.
Yeah, she's been getting chewed on.
I think at this
Yeah,
point, Evan's starting to kind of like choke up as well.
There's no more assessment that I need to do.
There's got to be something you can do. You're a fucking doctor. Lily. And I'm, petting her hair away from her face and getting the ants, and God only knows what. Is her eyes gray and weird? Has she been here a minute? Like,
no, her eyes aren't gray and weird. They're not very bright. At all.
So going with Tesla's. Oh, shit.
You have better senses than I do. What do you read from her?
So I'll try to calm myself and just kind of focus and listen and smell and whatever. I think I know what I need to do, but I don't love it. Is she there?
At all?
You can sense a human presence.
She's not gone. Wait, I can say like here in front of me?
Yeah. You could sense that she still counts as living there. Her body's still showing that she's alive in some way.
She's still alive. We need Tesla. We need to get her food.
She's just like a half-eaten sandwich.
Dr. Mitchell, I move out of the way. I don't just come. She's still there. Can I hear her heartbeat? I can hear exceptionally well. So do I hear like thump thump in there somewhere?
To you, it sounds like it could possibly be beating, but it's very, very slow. It's like
she's still alive.
It's like, yeah, the pulse would probably not be detectable at all. It's hard to have a pulse because it's just like there's still blood leaking out.
Is she cold?
I don't know.
I mean, her body is very cold because it has reduced the amount of blood that's been there. She's not like cold, as cold as she would be like if she was dead and laying here for a while.
Okay.
But she's definitely about as in shock and almost hypothermic as she possibly could be.
So there's a saying that you're not really dead until you're warm and dead. So when you are hypothermic, you can be almost not really stasis, but your metabolism is very slowed. And I don't know how much research Byron's put into this little part of the module. But you can't feed her, right, Jason or Evan?
I don't think my blood's what she needs.
I could try.
I kind of give Terry this meaningful look, like.
Oh shit! Are you kidding me?
No, not yours either. But she needs the blood of the living. She's not completed her journey as yet.
Wait, is she one of the, is she part of that bloodline? Can you sense that?
I wish I could say I do that much, Tesla. What I can tell you is
human presence.
She's still alive. She's still human, but she's barely there.
But she can't. So what we've learned so far, she can't. If she gets non-Dracul line blood, either as a transfusion or being consumed, she'll react to it, right?
Well,
so pause for a second.
Yeah.
So this is information you wouldn't remember necessarily as players, but you would have as characters.
Oh yeah.
So way back when Lily was originally bitten, she was bitten by a lineage Dracul vampire.
Right.
When you guys were playing with the box, remember when she went psychotic?
Yeah.
For a second, okay, and the blood and stuff like that. After that, you guys did a small investigation to see, and you had determined that Lily did not react to a lineage Dracul bite. It wouldn't turn her. She was immune to that particular bloodline to be turned. You guys had done that biological research and stuff like that. You may not remember it, but you did do it.
I don't remember that.
Yep, you did.
But so she was immune to that line, but we did experiments with mixing lineage bloods, and that was badness, right?
They don't mix very good.
They don't mix. They're like oil and water.
Right.
But...
So if she fed off of like if we were trying to shortcut and she fed off of one of the gentlemen here, it wouldn't go well.
Well, she's not. Depending on which of the gentlemen you're referring to, Dr. Mitchell, she could finish a transformation if that's what's waiting.
the three things that you guys tried were you mixed Dracul blood with Bathory's blood, and the Dracul blood took over Bathory's blood. You mixed Dracul blood with Anika's blood, which was Brent's blood, and the Dracul blood took it over. And then you tried to mix Anika's blood with Elsbeth's blood, and the two wouldn't mix at all.
Wait. All right. All right. This sounds crazy. If I think Dr. Mitchell's like going through her notes and saying it out loud. What if? Can we do that experiment now quickly?
Do you want me to try to reverse that flow?
No. If she's on the cusp,
might make a difference.
if her blood reacts with mine that way, then we know she's on the cusp.
But
Yeah,
you could kill her.
We could give her, say, not so much vampiric blood, and let her finish her journey.
Yeah, but she's alive though. She could just have a chance to still be human. Why don't you just give her a normal blood transfusion?
Well, I mean, if you think you can vomit forth your life force and restore her to her, fine, try it. Yes, try it. But otherwise, we've got to let her finish.
Mitchell, can you get her to a hospital and just get her a blood transfusion, a normal blood transfusion?
I mean, I can IV tubing and a couple needles and give her a blood transfusion.
Move her in this condition.
She's low enough on the ability that if you try to transport her, she'd probably die in process.
All right.
She probably needs multiple units of blood. Between to give her a normal medical transfusion, Johnny and I could each do a couple of units if we were compatible, and I don't even know. I'm sure Terry knows.
You probably have blood types on file, or
right? Oh, they're all up here, but that takes time, and we don't have the time or equipment to do that.
I believe somebody has a preparedness, Cherry.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
You could have brought blood for some reason. Could have used it for like a bait.
Oh.
You could have used it for.
Oh no, absolutely not. I was prepared to expect to find, I was prepared for the event that we found Lily in bad shape. So I made sure that we had 6 units of ONEG and some fluids and tubing and all the appropriate shit to give her transfusions right here in the field. So we got that cooler in the back of the van, guys.
I would vampire. Yeah,
it's in the pram. It looks like it's got juice boxes and shit in it. But
the bottom's that what's at the bottom of the pram? Oh, you're so clever.
I zip over to the pram and zip back with some blood. Yeah. Nice.
Still gonna take some
time. I like it when the
We're
system works for you. That's nice.
Right. So, I mean, it's still gonna take some time. I can get her started, but it takes, I can slam some blood in her, but it's still going to take an hour at least to.
I just wanted to put out there. Last time we did an experiment. I got locked in a cage for like 3 days.
It was your fucking fault, Tesla.
It's like so.
We had that discussion about consent. Remember, that was what was missing in that experiment. Consent.
Well, yeah, and I'll take accountability for my part of it.
Good.
But it's like I'm a little bit concerned. Like I could try to give her a boost.
Okay.
To try to get her to heal faster, but I've never tried to do it in that way.
Anybody in favor of a multi-pronged approach? I'll start the traditional medical approach while I'll get that set up while you guys keep talking about that, because time's a waste on people.
I'm assuming we're talking about this as you're getting her set up.
Okay, so I'm
should I then go find a vagrant? Because I believe she's thirsty.
She's not a vampire.
Isn't she?
You keep saying that she's alive.
Didn't you say you detected a human presence here?
I detect what's left of a human presence. She's not fed.
Tesla,
she's so strong.
What are you sensing, Tesla?
Dinner.
Let me try it again. All right. Is she a vampire? Is she one of us?
No.
I'm not getting. It's like the only thing I'm detecting is, well, other than you, Evan, is that mausoleum.
which is waiting for us, by the way. So fine. Should I get a vagrant just in case we need it?
Do you want a vagrant?
I don't want. No, I'm not hungry. I ate on the
He's
way.
feeling peckish. You're feeling peckish.
I ate on the way here.
I like how he says it like it's a V8.
Yeah, right.
So
Capri Sun.
I had
I'm
Indian
getting
food
set
on the
up.
way here.
I get a vein. I'm gonna go right in her neck because I know I can hit that without any volume. Getting an IV set up, and I start with fluids and start slamming some blood in.
Where's her sword? Is it here?
In the dirt right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put the sword in her hand like she would want it.
Why would you ever? Wait. No. This is where you stop it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Because Lily always responds really well to me.
When Tesla steps away, I'm gonna reach with my free hand. I'm gonna grab the handle of the sword and just like slide it backwards so that
it's like I'm waiting there to scoop it up.
That was a wonderful opportunity you presented me, but
it's like I watched the samurai movie and they said that their souls are in their swords. It's like you don't know. Maybe that will make her feel comfortable having her weapon in her hands.
But make her feel comfortable, and the rest of us feel dead.
Only one part of it is in her hand. The rest of it is in your rectum when she wakes up. I'll just put this right over here.
Yeah, hats off to Thorg out there who just suggested that perhaps with all the holes in her, when you put blood in, it's just gonna come back.
Do you think this medic, when she starts this transfusion, isn't also grabbing the gauze and shit and wrapping all the holes? Come on.
Hey,
I told you I was prepared.
Dr. Mitchell.
We're doing some Looney Tunes shit, and we're just like taking our fingers and being like, oh.
Is there any chance, Dr. Mitchell, that you would have brought blood that wasn't Lily's?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh yeah.
Yes, it was not Lily's. It's O negative blood.
Okay, got it.
In case you didn't remember what Lily's blood type was.
It's not Lily's blood type.
You know.
So O negative is a universal donor. I'm gonna hedge my bets and be prepared no matter who I find.
Lily blood sprinkler.
Jesus Christ, Thor.
Hey, Byron, I left you something in the Zoom chat there, buddy.
I see it.
Okay.
Well
What did you do?
I got you.
I'm off to get the.
Points you guys spent for that?
Oh no.
I don't know. What feels good?
Oh, no.
I'll do 2.
One seems fine.
Yeah, 1's fine. I'll spend 1. That's even better.
I like it.
Find me, ghost. Do it.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys set up the triage in the middle of the little wooded area here.
Do we have like a little camo blind or something so we can?
I mean, you remember it's all shrouded from the view outside.
Of course, we'll keep you updated on everything we're doing, Johnny. You're not that far away. We'll just be like, hey, she's gonna pull through, basically.
I figure I've heard everything you guys.
Yeah.
You're 15 feet away.
Yeah,
probably fuming. Like,
and I'm really enjoying just sitting by myself.
Not to mention that, but you guys still.
Oh
have
yeah,
the
can I
audio
spend
mics
some?
on.
Can I spend any points on this to
Sure.
make it more effective?
I mean, you could spend points if you want to make a medical roll, but I think you're skilled enough at medicine that you wouldn't really have to make that roll.
I don't have a deity to appeal to or anything.
Right. Not yet. All right. So you guys, get her set up, and it's flowing in. Doesn't seem to be flowing out.
Hey.
Quick, plug the holes.
And Evan, you can hear her heartbeat and stuff getting more steady, and you can actually tell that her body is absorbing the fluid.
Well,
when you say that, do you mean the thing I sent you, or do you mean just without that?
Both.
Ah. Wow, Dr. Mitchell, you're a fucking genius.
Is Tesla trying his thing too, or?
I was kind of just waiting for some permission. I'm gonna be like, just saying.
I understand. I respect that.
Can you, Evan?
I'm gonna move if you're gonna be squirting life force everywhere.
Johnny and Dr. Mitchell, can you guys get about 100 feet away from here?
Not unless they leave the cemetery or get to the very edge of it.
You gotta just go. I
I'm
don't
just
know.
gonna stand
So
behind
he wants
Evan.
some clear. So I will move closer to the tomb. The tomb's how far away? 50 feet?
35.
35. Dr. Mitchell, how about you and I move to one side of the tomb where we can still observe the front door, but we're further away from Tesla.
Yeah, like at least break like line of sight so that like I don't feel your presence very strongly.
I have like I have like a minute and a half that I can be away from her from what I'm doing.
Okay, we do that.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll have to roll the dice.
About a minute should
Okay.
be enough. If we don't see anything happening, it's like I don't think I can do anything to hurt Evan. So I think we're fine there.
You're like, and even if I did,
And I wouldn't really feel that bad if I hurt him because he could always just find that vagrant he keeps talking about. He's obviously jonesing for a vagrant right now. Sweet vagrant. All right, so
street food.
I'm gonna really try to focus in on Lily. I'm gonna get close, crouch down, forehead to forehead, and I'm gonna try to will some of my energy into her somehow.
And here's what
How
he
much?
I will go with my lucky number 4.
Oh shit! I think I get dice.
4 energy.
Or
I just
Four
got
life
4
points.
mana and
Four health points.
mana.
I attack your life points directly.
I'm gonna visualize almost like leaving my body and entering hers in a calm like mist like form almost.
What's the song that's
Make sure
playing
you-
in your head when you visualize this? Sorry.
It's slow jazz.
No, it's slow jazz. Is it? Yeah. Is there not a possibility, Dr. Mitchell, that this goes the opposite way on accident?
How
Yes,
many
like-
points do you have in shrink?
In what? Shrink?
Shrink.
Hmm.
Do you have any?
I don't believe I have any points in shrink.
All right, then make me a roll, and you can add 4 for the aberrance points that you put in,
Okay,
if you wish.
that's what I'll do. All right, I got a 6 grand total.
A 6.
Yep.
So you can feel your energy leaving your body. You can't sense where it's going,
Oh,
but it
no.
does seem to be going somewhere.
So yeah, I'm like, I just say over the mic, I'm like, so something's happening.
Okay.
Open my eyes and look down at Lily, and just kind of, just wait, I guess.
You can actually see some of the holes where the chew marks and stuff are. They're literally regenerating in front of your eyes.
God,
All right.
I'm like, holy shit,
it's crazy.
it actually worked.
Yeah, I think we're way off, and he's just over there. We're just like, what's? Oh, he's eating her. I swear to God, I bet he's eating her.
And he's like, I'm fucking Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you actually hear very surprised. It's like, I'm like, oh my God, it's working. It's actually working.
He comes out with a t-shirt that says Jesus was a vampire.
Evan, are you seeing this?
Seeing what? I'm way the fuck over here.
I look over and I'm like, Evan, you were supposed to stay.
Oh shit! I went with Dr. Mitchell. I got. Oh,
He
how?
didn't care if he hurt you.
Well, how strange.
Yeah, it actually works.
Well, why don't you stop before you? What if she comes back to life and you die? That would suck.
I mean, I was very careful not to overdo it.
So yeah, I think he would slide in on his knees, right? And
Yeah.
what's her temperature like? Is she still cold?
It's raising.
Byron, What am I sensing now? In Lily.
You feel like the endorphin rush of like when hot cinnamon rolls come out of the oven. It's
like strong life, like strong human life force, or like I want to eat this, or both.
Yeah, like it's delicious. Like hell yeah, like walking past.
I think there's this moment like the cinematic, right? He leans down and sort of
cinematic.
And looks over his shoulder at Tesla with his fucking fangs out and eyes like, I think you've brought her back, Tesla. She's so
Can I see him?
vital.
Over him?
Yeah, he looks a little uncontrolled.
Yo, Evan!
Oh, fuck. Yes, Mother? I mean, Dr. Mitchell?
Yes, Mom! What are you boys doing in there?
Like, is she... What's her breathing like? What's the deal? Is she...
Yeah, so I'm going to run back in.
I move.
I'm going to run back in, not even thinking about whether it's a risk to me. I'm going to run back in, and I assume I can immediately see the improvement in her physical condition.
Yeah, I'm going to actually... I mean, you've been through a lot, so I'm not going to make you roll a stability roll, because this is almost like a sanity roll for Cthulhu, but you've seen so much weird shit that this, I mean, won't really, like, blow your fucking mind. But medically, you can see the actual trauma damage and stuff from the bites and stuff like that just literally being healed back. Like, places where there were no muscle tissue and stuff like that is just being literally instantly regenerated in front of your eyes.
This is incredible.
Color is starting to come back into her and stuff like that.
Tesla.
I drop to my knees next to her and start talking to her.
I look a little smug and I just stand there with my arms crossed, and I'm like, well, there goes modern medicine for you.
I lean in. We need to talk soon.
To whom?
To Tesla. We need to talk.
And I say to Lily, Tesla's going to be absolutely insufferable now. Just
yes, it's going to be a lot of reminders. I'm like,
remember that time I saved your life?
All right, Evan.
Well, just remember that time I didn't take his.
That's fair. that time we first met.
I'm going to try and rouse her, see if she is responsive.
She's not. She's starting to be a little bit responsive. Her eyes are starting. Part of it's starting to regenerate a little bit more because like one of her eyes has been like eaten out. You know, so like it's literally like an eye socket. So like it's not really looking at
I don't know why you wouldn't make me roll for stability here.
Because you've seen a lot of shit. Like you know, what I mean, you saw your sponsor hung up like a flap of meat.
Now that's.
I rolled for stability there.
That's hibachi to go.
You had me at flap of meat.
Did you use the word hibachi because you're Japanese? Is that like?
Yes, I did.
You made me laugh, cough. That's not good.
Yeah, but anyway.
Aspirate.
Exactly. So.
Okay, so I'm just gonna be talking to her. Softly, telling her that it's me, Terry. You had you were attacked. We got you back. I think you're going to be okay. Let me know if you can hear me, and I can put my hand in her hand to see if she'll squeeze my hand. Squeeze my hand if you can hear me.
You do get a slight response from the hand.
Okay. All right. You're starting to heal.
And after about
be really nice to
minutes,
Tesla. I'm very sorry to say.
After about 4 minutes, 5 minutes, she begins to like actually breathe and like is fully back. So here's the lesson I want to teach you guys. So for four aberrants worth of blood, someone went from very dead to alive. So if you were a vampire and you were drinking blood and you had taken a lot of damage, 4 average points is a lot. I'll let you be a lesson on that.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that filed away in case you need it.
I mean, it means that the old ones probably have a lot of gas in the tank, potentially.
And it don't take a lot to put gas back in the tank.
Or C4 in their butthole. Just saying.
Very true.
Butthole.
Yeah.
From the Latin.
Oh, I miss you.
So yeah, I'm still listening. You guys can talk to Lily.
No, we were Japanese.
So I'm still listening. You guys can talk to Lily. I can still hear what you're saying or whatever. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
I would pull Tesla off to the side, but you guys go first with
Same.
Lily. Tyler's been sitting here waiting to bring it back. So yeah. Oh wait, Dr. Mitchell's like, I will also be in the bathroom.
All right, I guess me and Evan will talk. I'm like, yep.
So I'm gonna confess something to you, but only if you promise not to share with the others.
You're on the mic. Just FYI, Evan.
Shit.
I
And now I'm not.
Don't.
I'll turn off the mic, and I'm like, all right. Yeah, I mean, you've more than earned that much.
While Dr. Mitchell was providing the transfusion, I provided Lily with some of the human blood, surreptitiously. And I did it before you attempted your energy infusion, so we must be aware that it might not be you so much as the fact that she's fed. Tez, I'm sorry. I couldn't let her go. I pray that you brought her back, but I don't know that that was it.
Well, were you lying when you said that she was? You said that she was human, and I can't detect her.
Based on my reading, which is limited because it's mostly micro posts and tweets and things. But listen, here's how this works: we're all human until we make our final transformation. When we feed, we're struggling with it. And if I'm being honest, Lily's kind of a bitch lately, isn't she? She's pissed off and disappears and goes off on her own. I think she was struggling, and I think now that she was thirsty. But we've just got to be mindful that her bloodline is the very one that we're about to extinguish.
I mean, wouldn't that imply that that you know who might have some kind of hold on her, and that she, in terms of pure raw talent, exceeded any one of us, maybe even two of us.
All of us, yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing. I mean, it's one thing to have to deal with Red Lily when she's just a normal human. She might actually be able to take you or I out. But I mean, if she turns against us, that's it.
We can trust Terry. We've got to find a way to evaluate where she is, and perhaps you've saved her, and this is all just crazy on my part, and that would be wonderful. But my gut tells me otherwise, so we need to be careful, because she may very well seek to undermine us, and you and I may be the last of us standing.
Yeah, but I mean, for all we know, we're just like walking cameras for our patrons. We'll call them patrons, I guess. Right? So what would that mean for her?
Exactly. Well, right. This is why we need to find out. And importantly, if Johnny should find out, he's going to be very upset.
All right, but so maybe you turned her into your bloodline. I don't even know if you know how to do that.
I didn't give her my blood. She wasn't bitten by one of mine.
Well, she was bitten. She was bitten a long time ago by that one rogue vampire, and I don't know, was she having any weird side effects from it?
All right, listen, I don't remember what movie it was. It might have been Blade. It might have been a vampire porno that I watched. But seriously, listen, they're not vampires fully until they feed for the first time.
Okay, I'm not in this discussion. Never mind.
I just fed her for the first time. We just need to find out.
Okay.
Are you back with Lily, Doctor? Doctor, are you with Lily now, or are you with me?
Yeah, she was.
No,
She was
I've
Lily.
been with Lily for a while.
I'll call out Tesla. Evan, if you're done pontificating in the bushes, and Lily, you're done laying about, could you all please come out?
Laying about. She's been mostly dead all day.
Yes, mostly. All right. And bring the pram.
Bring the pram.
Bring the pram.
That's it. Candidate number 2. That's
is
great.
Lily like awake now, or
Yeah.
she talking?
Tyler went pee-pee, so you're all back now.
He's back.
Yeah,
I went pee-pee.
I go pee-pee.
Okay. So you fed her, Evan?
Him and Tesla walked away to talk about that. I don't know how far, but he said they walked away.
A decent amount. And turned off our mics.
Okay, so in the meantime,
That's why I'm hollering.
I'm further assessing Lily and seeing if she remembers anything. She has any memory of at all. Does she know who I am?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she remember what happened?
Yeah, there was this little Japanese girl with a Hello Kitty backpack, and I was distracted.
But were you jumped by a group, or
Yeah, there were like 5 of them.
you got taken down by a group of little girls?
Cabbage Patch dolls.
Yeah.
We're like little vampire Cabbage Patch dolls. Yeah. Thick Dracula-born Chuckies.
Yeah, I was distracted.
Lily, you remember something now. There was more like 10 of them.
Okay.
Wait, we're missing 5. Sorry.
There's more like 10 of them.
Suddenly you hear screams from from Johnny. Sorry, just kidding.
Better be kidding.
I was gonna say, I
We're
literally
still
sat down to
assessing.
hear screams from Johnny. I'm like, that's not right.
All right, are you feel strong enough to stand, Lily?
Guess we'll find out. I just start to get him.
Tesla's got your sword if you want to go. No, it's over there.
No, it's just sitting on the ground.
Yeah. Threw it away.
I'll collect my belongings.
Did you gain any intel on your little walkabout?
No.
No. You died for nothing? The fuck?
You tried so you could figure out how aberrance points work and all kinds of things.
Okay. How do you feel now? Do you feel normal? You feel weak? You feel cravings? What?
Constipated.
You feel revitalized.
I feel the strange hatred for children.
That's nice.
Stronger than before.
I was going to say, that new.
The hatred for motherhood.
Yeah. Spree confirms I don't want children. Yeah.
I think everyone is relieved to hear that, Lily. Okay, you didn't learn anything. You got ambushed right away. Is that the deal?
Yeah.
Okay. What's her name's in the mausoleum there? You want to go? We'll get Tesla. We'll
Yeah,
get.
fuck these vampires.
Now that you're no longer dead and stuff, let's go kill them.
Yeah, I mean, especially since that's possibly the source of these vampire children. You're really not happy about it.
Yeah.
Anybody biting little Asian kids and then sending them after me, fuck that.
I got a problem with that.
In this universe, Byron, do we know, are there any like prohibitions about making children into vampires, like in the novels?
Oh, is there? No, not nothing that would have came up.
Okay.
It's
So basically
like,
anything goes.
you got to check, like, 16 or over. It's fine. You could be a vampire.
Hold on. Let me check. Let me check the rule book that my.
Yeah, they didn't carry driver's licenses.
You
back
don't
in,
have
like,
to be
the
this tall to
1500s.
ride the ride.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
To get the D. Oh,
Oh.
Now I know why we only have
Canceled.
5. Now I know why I only have
Maybe it was a matter of limited.
5 viewers on stream.
When we're 4 or 5 of them.
You know, it's
No problem.
all right. Yeah, Evan and I come back, and I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, Lily, welcome back," and I give you a quick awkward hug, and I'm like, "I'm glad you made it."
I return the quick awkward hug.
It's like one of those hugs that you can have where there's like leaves and detritus all over the detritus all over the back of your jacket and stuff like that. You know?
We would take a photo, but neither of you would show up. So.
I pick a stray leaf. I take a stray leaf out.
There's a picture of Lily with her buds.
It's like, it does it just like this.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Can you? Are you up for this? If you don't want to go down there, it's like no judgment.
Did you get hit in the head?
I'm gonna take that as you want to go. I'm just saying, if you don't want to face
I'm
what's
not
down,
gonna let 10 little vampire children get me down.
fair enough.
Well, technically you did, but
You
You
can be next. Old man. You can be next.
All
Lily's
right.
looking for some payback.
If only you liked well done steak.
Ooh. A little jerky.
Hey, just to let you know,
Dry aged.
I did something to try to heal you. Are you feeling any kind of weird side effects?
Yeah, I've got this itch on my lower back. No.
All right.
I haven't.
I kind of look at I just look at Evan and I shrug, and I'm like,
This is one where
I feel invigorated.
Evan would come in and non awkwardly hug Lily while glancing at Tesla and sort of giving him this like, what the fuck was that look, and like, okay, yeah.
I'm like, it was a Christian side hug. What's wrong with that? You know what?
He hover handed the entire hug. He just encased me, but didn't touch me.
Hey, listen, she's half my age. I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to get on a watch list or
Are
something.
you saying this to me right now? What's wrong with you? Do you remember what happened? Do you remember what happened?
I was
Yeah.
envisioning the hug as like one of those quick manly.
Yeah.
We just chest bump and move on.
I don't mean do
Yeah.
you remember the hug. I
20-year-old
mean, do
girl.
you remember what happened to you here and the rats eating you and all that part? What the?
Yeah. Were you conscious for any of the nibbling?
So maybe we shouldn't cover any of that stuff because that sounds very traumatic and we shouldn't go into it.
I didn't know Tesla was a therapist.
Does it itch here, or here?
I feel like I'm missing a piece over here.
We can, I mean,
Talk about your feelings. We'll talk about feelings later. Come on, let's go.
I give her a handgun with some vampire killing bullets in it. Here you go.
Thanks.
You might be looking for your sword, but it's convenient.
You already found her sword.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
by Dr. Mitchell.
Yeah.
Very
I already
good.
got
Oh,
that.
you're allowed to have it now?
Yeah. I mean, 4 now. Well, I mean, once it's back in my possession, that's another question of getting it from me.
I was all for her having her sword while she was injured.
Yeah, we were aware. Dr. Mitchell likes to play a little more caution into her decision making, but we already
Some
know
of
that.
us don't regenerate very quickly. Just saying.
Just saying. Well, that you know of.
And those who do don't look forward to it. Just saying.
I mean, it was pretty comfortable.
Are we gonna sit here and talk all day or what?
Let's go.
We're gonna kill some shit.
All right, Evan, you go first.
No.
I'll go first.
No.
Bunch of fucking
no,
pussies.
No. Oh wow.
Jeez.
I as she turns to walk, I make eye contact with Tessa. I'm like, see.
No.
I'll be the first to go into my cousin's house or my grandpa's house. I'm not afraid.
Lily's gonna watch it and say, "Surprise, bitches!"
We are so fucked.
I'm gonna fall in right after. I'll go ahead and I'll activate tracking mode again.
I love all the Johnnies that come
Dan,
sitting
were
down.
you a screensaver? Damn, I hate
Yeah.
He was.
that.
I was momentarily. It's like the what's that picture of Dorian Gray? The screensaver keeps staying younger and younger, and I keep getting older and older.
We're in a different hoodie today.
It's like I'm gonna start
That's
generating.
the-
I'm gonna start generating Mid-Journey images for you, Dan.
Thank you.
Okay,
All right, so you guys venture forth from the wooded area.
Oh,
The
are we
pram.
done assessing now in the bushes? Oh, excellent.
we've been done assessing. Johnny, where the fuck have you been?
We're getting in there.
I have been standing in these bushes, pramless, waiting for you.
No, you're with the pram. Oh,
Now I am pramful.
you are.
All right. Well, it's good to see Lily. You're back. If you brought her up to speed on the pussy in the mausoleum,
Yeah,
Thord
what's her name's in the
Thord wants to know
mausoleum? Let's
if you
go.
Thord wants to know in the chat if you still need to wear your contacts now that you have a new eye.
Yeah, it's still 2030.
Shout out, Thord.
Dude.
2015. Are you kidding?
Lily, if the woman or whatever she is in the mausoleum makes any false moves, kill her. All right, let's go.
Yeah,
it's that
that's
chick
kind of
from
the
the
plan.
ring, right?
Pardon?
It's that chick from the ring, right?
Is it like the chick from the ring?
Samara.
No, because there's like some white in her eyes, and she's not that small. She's a little bit taller. I mean, she's a European woman, but
Okay.
she looks much younger, and her lips are freshly scarlet.
So we'll approach the mausoleum. As we get close to is the door still open?
Yeah, it's still ajar.
Do we see anything inside before we enter?
No, because it's only ajar. You'd have to actually push the entire door open.
We will. We absolutely will. And allow
Good.
as much sunlight as possible.
And my flashlight with the daylight bulb on it.
So you notice that it's weird because of even during daylight hours, the sun doesn't shine directly into the mausoleum. It sits it's such an angle on the property that the sun doesn't seem to the
Let's get a bunch
doorway.
of- We'll
the
get
doorway
my
faces
Hello Kitty
south.
makeup mirror.
No, I was just gonna say, I got my mirror here.
So basically, it's
All right.
north facing.
No, the door faces south.
Oh well, in the northern hemisphere, if the door faces south, then the sun would come in.
That's correct.
So, but up
South
to
and
you.
west.
Sure.
We're Australia now. All right, it works. we go in.
Yeah.
Whatever. We're reflecting sunlight in. Damn it.
Right.
What
We're all
was it?
wearing,
Was
like,
it?
disco ball
I
jackets?
get it. You guys are all super spies, and we're living in a world where vampires are the aliens masterminds of
Yeah.
the thing. But
Has anybody seen Legend? I'm assuming you have, with the mirrors and the sun. Is that a thing we can do, Byron, to have the sunbeam? Who's got preparedness and happens to be carrying around a whole bunch of like antique
I
mirrors?
already used my cherry to save
I
some.
happen to have a preparedness chair,
He does.
and I'm not going to use it on little mirrors.
No, not little
well,
ones.
they're not gonna use
Really-
little mirrors.
Really big mirrors is what I was.
Yeah,
looking
use it on really big mirrors.
for.
Like,
Yeah.
Like
like
the
you
one in
stole
Real
a panel
Genius.
from the Hubble Space Telescope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem realistic.
Well, fine.
Oh,
The
it's going
real-
with realism now?
We can't get drones, but we can get 35-foot tall mirrors.
Okay,
Take my
fine.
silver
Oh, yeah.
On the
cigarette
fly.
lighter or cigarette case and reflect light inside. Do I see anything inside at all?
No. Yeah,
We've
just,
literally
they're-
been holding mirrors up, you guys. So
Yeah, I know. You guys are all standing there with mirrors and stuff. It's like a little kaleidoscope, only all the lights the same color. But and so yeah, it shines around in there. It's kind of dusty and a little bit of cobwebs. There's a variety of old children's toys from forgotten years. There's like some 1950s style toys. There's an old pram. that just like the wheels are rusted and broken, and it's just in horrible disrepair. Like it's been sitting here, like going away for 50 plus years,
Johnny,
maybe even more.
This is the pram from the last people that tried this with the pram.
Yeah, it's like
No, that's Johnny's first pram.
Oh,
Everyone always remembers that first. Lily, looking about, remember to swing low. I think you're about to get your revenge on those 5 little buggers.
swing low, sweet chariot.
That's right. Lily's going to carry you home. All right. I guess is the floor? Is it so much that you can't see the floor, or
It's
can we
lava.
see the floor?
Yeah, the floor is like the floor is marble.
Guava.
The whole thing is made out of marble. Like there's stone, there's marble like seating kind of on the inside of the mausoleum and also along the back. And there is a central sarcophagus style coffin like thing. The lid is slightly turned to the side enough to leave a small corner open, and you can see like freshly there's like some bloody handprints at the top that seem to be like gripping from the inside to the outside.
And outside to the inside. Okay. Tap the floor as we go in to make sure something like doesn't just fall out beneath us. And I guess we'll step inside, expecting a horde of munchkins to attack us at any moment. But do we see the old lady yet, or is she apparent?
You do not see her. Like you look around, but you don't see her in there. So this mausoleum is probably about 15 feet across and about 20 feet deep. It's not quite square, more rectangular, but you can tell as you look around and stuff like that, and you can get a vision that inside the sarcophagus or underneath the lid is an open area. It's not like a real sarcophagus. It looks like it goes down somewhere.
So that's the only point of egress that we see is probably in the sarcophagus?
Yes, the windows have like iron like grating on them and so forth.
I look at the sarcophagus. Is it like OSHA rated? Is it like there a railing or something or stairs or? Is this drops down?
File a complaint, Johnny?
You go right up to it and look.
Yeah.
Just put your head over this side.
Well, I go with the group, but I do go cautiously.
Okay, so with some caution, you go up and you look over, and it does appear to go into darkness, and it does seem to be like a stone staircase, marble stairs that go down.
All right.
Fancy.
Is there anything you all?
And there are bloody footprints, barefoot footprints.
Can we tell how many footprints, or how many sets?
One set, but it looks like they may have gone. There's like some blood that is caked and like dried on the stairs. It looks like she goes in and out of this area.
And her feet are always bloody.
And her feet are always bloody.
She
and
should see
bloody.
someone about
They're
that.
freshly bloody, and they went down. The last freshly.
Are they
bloody.
bare feet or are they?
Yes.
Like, okay. Interesting. And when we saw in the doorway, do we call to she had bare feet?
Yeah, she was wearing just a shift, and that was
Hence the ring. Okay.
correct.
What do you guys want? What's the order going down?
I'll go first.
I'll be like, is it wide? Is it wide enough for side by side, or does it have to be?
No, it's going to be single file.
All right, I'll be right behind with my shoddy.
Right.
Before
And as you amongst, I'm sorry, before you say anything, Jason,
Yep,
amongst the children's toys and like rotten stuffed animals and all that stuff's up here, you do occasionally see like pieces of children's skeletons.
Oh,
Okay.
This lady's real fucked up.
she's been the little ones have been accumulating friends, haven't they?
Mm-hmm. Are we using night goggles or are we using flashlights?
I had
I have a
come in-
flashlight on my gun.
All right, we'll go with flashlights then. All right, so we'll everyone, I say, turn on your flashlights. I look at some of you as if you need them, and I definitely turn my flashlight on.
Has it occurred to you that we're playing right into her hands, and that usually doing that's bad with vampires, Johnny?
Yes, it has occurred to me, but we know that there are 5 Cabbage Patch vampires and her. There may be more, but that's all Tesla didn't detect the little ones, so they're probably not close. So it's probably just one. I look at the doctor. I say, like last time, I will aim low. You aim high.
I'll aim high. Got it.
Referring back to our encounter with the vampire at the lab in the desert.
Yeah.
But yes, I agree. But do we have a choice?
We always have a choice, don't we?
Yes, but it's not bowling night. Let's go. We're good now.
Well, it's like I think that we can handle it one way or another. It's like we
killed Lilith. We can kill this dumb bitch.
We can't afford to wait. And you know what? I don't think that she. It's like I don't think she's nearly as clever as she probably thinks she is.
I mean, she killed the most vicious of our combatants, and then
I'm not dead.
beckoned us to join her in the depths of her crypt whilst wearing a nightgown. I mean, I suppose we could go downstairs and find she's got an OnlyFans and she's taking feet pictures, but probably not. We are going to die.
Well, how long does it take you, Tesla, to detect the vampires?
Doing it right now.
You've been doing it the whole time.
Oh, he's been doing it all day. All right. Unless they've got some ability to evade Tesla, then I think we're probably doing our best. But, per what Evan said, Lily, I would keep your eye out for tripwires. Doesn't seem like this woman's up for mechanical tricks. I mean, she doesn't even wear shoes. So, but let's go. All right. Unless anyone else is saying we're good now.
Yeah, so you guys make your way down to the bottom. Lily, as you put your foot on the bottom, a step off the bottom stair and onto the floor it's a stone floor that's down below. It's like little flaming sconces that are on the walls kind of light up.
Oh, no
Nice.
vampires here.
So that's helpful.
They've just got Alexa.
And you can smell it's a smell of death, and also like fresh iron, that blood smell that's still freshly in your nose from your recent regeneration. And the rest of you can sense it too. It's just so the whole crew can sense what's going on. And you can see as it lights up, it's literally like a large, like 40-foot antechamber that is down here below this crypt. And spread out amongst this are marble pedestals with like different, pieces of old, look like maybe at some point it was artwork, but like parts of it have been knocked off the pedestals and sculptures that have been broken, and it's like a bad toddler's room. I mean, there's like some trash toys and stuff everywhere down here, and so forth. And at about 20 or so feet in, once the lighting and stuff comes on, you don't even have to see with your flashlight anymore. There is basically a cylinder of columns that goes around. They're maybe about 6 or 7 feet apart in this circle, and in the center of it is what looks like a marble chase lounge type thing. And laying on the chase lounge with some wadded up bloody mattress parts and stuff like that is Lucy Westerner. And her jet black hair, her red scarlet lips, and she's just laying there, and she says, "Oh, it's such final times that come to me. The years have gone by, Dee just doesn't come to visit anymore. Come, I can smell you.
Are we talking to this bitch? I look back.
I love that there's like all these flashlights on her. That's probably most of the light that and that's fucking terrible and creepy. And I want to go home now.
No, the chamber lit up on
The
its
chamber
own.
lit up
With
My
firelight.
flashlight's off.
Firelight, right?
with firelight. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's
terrible.
the majority of the light. It's light around the edge of the room, and the central part of the room is lit up with flashlights and stuff like that.
I
And
responded.
she has a bronze like goblet in her hand, and she just kind of takes a sip, and the blood just kind of runs down the front of her face, and she says, "It just doesn't taste too good when it's not fresh from the vein."
Don't oftentimes get to talk with a lot of fictional characters, especially as many as we've encountered over the last few
Years.
She says, she sniffs and she says, the descendant of a mistress of your own. I see, I smell you. I'm not sure of which bloodline you hail, but I know it is different than mine." And she says, "He has told me that at some point others would come. Jacqueline said it was only a matter of time. I appreciate it. I was so tired of living, unable to have my own child. I tried.
Of course.
None would take." And she moves her shift aside, and you can see there's like a hole where like a stake or something was stabbed into her abdomen. She goes, "I'm afraid the damage was just too great. I never had that motherly figure anymore."
Too great, perhaps, to stop you from reproducing, but not too great to prevent you from being a tawdry whore. We have come to kill you. In the name of the... What the hell? I'm sorry. Elsbeth? Yes. In the name of Elsbeth. Our mistress. Oh, my mistress. Shit. Not... Johnny should be talking.
I will say, I look at Lily, I say, be careful, Lily. Based on the toys strewn on the floor, these Cabbage Patch Kids are Generation X, latchkeys. They're independent, strong, and can act on their own. But if we kill her first, perhaps they will lose their connection. Tesla, you still don't detect them?
No. And she like reaches her hand underneath part of her shift, and she pulls out this large Bowie knife.
Oh.
I fire. Fuck that.
No, I mean, she doesn't have it by the handle. She doesn't
Okay.
have it by the handle.
I'll relax. She blew out a big one. Fuck that.
She pulls out this large Bowie knife, and she just kind of throws it across the floor, and it skids over to your feet, Tesla. And she says, "Use this if you must take my life. Quincy would appreciate it."
So you're tired of it, this game? You just want it to be over? That's it?
Yes. If a mother can't have a child, what is life?
Yes, but you have a direct connection with Dracula even now, do you not?
I haven't sensed him in some time, ever since that bitch took my brooch.
Whoa.
She says he doesn't come to visit anymore. I am no more. Now just left to my previous suitors.
But what if we could return your brooch?
But you have it?
Huh.
Her eyes light up, and she kind of swings one of her legs down off the...
Oh.
Do we have it? Who do we give it to?
We gave it to Ring.
You gave it to...
Or Ring, wasn't
You
it?
didn't give it to Ring, you gave it to Lucy.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do not have it with us. We actually know where it is. We had it in our possession.
Oh.
Oh, how I would love to see him again. He was the only suitor who could satisfy me. Seward and Quincy and Godalming were just not, well,
fucking
We didn't
Gabby,
have-
you wouldn't have any problems. We kill her or what?
Well, hold on a moment.
How
So
did he get unkilled? So I would like to take this opportunity to inquire. Didn't weren't you taken care of? You were staked and weren't you beheaded?
Oh, stories. I'm sure you're used to fictional stories. The ones you write in your diary in the evening saying you're going to be safe and this isn't going to take you from this world.
So you are not the same as literary figure. Do enlighten us. Where does your story differ than the story that we read in the book?
I'm not sure. I can't say that I've ever read the story.
I see. And
I know of it. Jacqueline has told me some before she went to Strasbourg.
oh, is Jacqueline? So is Jacqueline the vampire name? What was the name of the vampire we met when we met the zombie that like kicked our ass in Germany? Oh, that was in Germany in World War II, wasn't it?
That was in Other Bodies.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry. I guess we don't know about that, right?
We remember.
Yeah, no.
Do we don't remember? Do we do?
That was not the same person.
Yeah, that was Carmilla actually.
It was
Yeah,
Carmela.
yeah, it was.
Thank you.
I remember.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I would have been able to figure it out, but it would have taken me a second.
Do we know Jacqueline?
You do not. So, well, I'm gonna assume. I'm gonna assume here that with the fact that you guys had the Dracula dossier and stuff like that, that in there would have been a Jacqueline, and you could easily put the two and two together. Jacqueline Seward is a descendant of Jack Seward, the psychologist or psychiatrist that ran the Carfax Asylum.
I'm going to get close to Lily, and I'm gonna whisper in her ear, "Hey, Lily. Okay. See if you can get her to talk a little bit more about where she thinks Dracula might be hiding right now. It's like she seems to be on like a man-hating sort of thing right now. So why don't you just, get her to identify with you?
Be a child.
Oh, because she's a little girl?
Well, you would know she probably wouldn't have any idea where Dracula is since she hasn't
She
talked
hasn't
to
had
him in
contact
quite
with
some
him in quite some time.
since Ring took the brooch.
Well, I will ask her though. I mean, he's abandoned you. If you wish some sort of revenge, tell us. Does he have any weaknesses that you're aware of?
Weaknesses.
That's direct.
Ones that would not have been published, say, in the literature that so slandered your and his relationship.
Oh, I see. Weaknesses. Weaknesses. I guess you could say. God, what can I think of to say? Loyalty.
Yet he abandoned you.
How broken would
Yes.
he be?
As in, a weakness is loyalty. As in, he doesn't have any. What you may think is his loyal. He can make you feel as if he's loyal to you, but just using you for his own things.
Our mistress.
A toy, like a children's toy, and she picks up a small doll and just throws it across the floor. The head pops off and it just kind of rolls because it's old, like 1970s plastic.
I see.
My mistress, for her own reasons, is opposed to him. He wrongs all that he comes across. So why not? Why not agree to ally? Because it seems to me that you value loyalty. There are many solutions that you've found. Among them is how to live forever. What's to say that you could not learn somehow how to have a child?
I did not learn how to make myself live this way. I have learned that I must live this way. And a child, well, one cannot bear a child when holy splinters are embedded within their uterus.
If you're so ready to die, why not walk to the sun yourself?
I am forbidden of leaving this place. I am stuck here. I cannot leave it without permission, and no one has given me such.
Permission from whom? Him?
From the one that placed me here and gave me my commands. My true master, my husband, my D.
I'm gonna,
I miss him.
I'm gonna stoop down and pick up the Bowie knife, and I'm just gonna be like, I think it's about time.
One, and as he's walking.
Maybe we don't use that. We haven't had a great track record with random artifacts from vampires.
Who doesn't want to?
So you recognize the Bowie knife.
Okay.
Quincy Morris was described in Bram Stoker's Dracula as having. He was an American adventurer, and he had a big. Like,
oh yeah.
So this probably belonged to him. He was a Texan. Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, I'll be like, I think it's about time. It's like you deserve your opportunity to have some peace.
You honor oaths from someone who broke all oaths. It is time that you be set free.
You're a victim in all this.
I agree, and I think Tesla's correct. If it's your wish, we'll set you free. But where are your other 5 children?
No, they roam like toddlers learning to walk. It's unfortunate when a mother can't watch her children, don't you think?
They breathe their last.
She looks at Lily. She goes, I can sense them, how they fed on you, eating little pieces.
Yes, I take the Bowie knife.
I just hand it over, and I'm like, really? If you wanna,
yep.
You are their maker. You are their maker. You can see through their eyes, can you not?
Oh no, I cannot see through their eyes. Their eyes know nothing of the world. They're so young and uneducated. I want nothing other than their love, but they cannot love their mother, for they do not know me.
All right, I'll take out my pistol with vampire rounds.
I shall set you free. And
I gestured Lily. Go ahead.
I kill her with the Bowie knife.
All right. She doesn't resist. She allows you to kill her with the Bowie knife.
Sad.
Okay.
Oh.
I just kind of like slowly press it into her heart.
So give me a stability roll.
Because it's not going to do anything.
Can you please change your name from Red Lily to Stabitha? Could you please? That's amazing. That's just like sinking in, and she's just there. Oh, no.
Where is what am I looking for?
Stability.
Stability. There it is. My stability is 16. I'm gonna spend like 3 points.
Okay.
And I rolled a 6, so 9.
All right, yeah. So you begin to slowly stab her, and it turns more into a vicious, like, passionate, like, kind of when someone stabs somebody very passionately, like a crime of passion, and it becomes you just sticking her, and and you envision these kids chewing on you, and the sound of like them eating with their mouth open next to you, and you're just like stabbing and stabbing and stabbing. And
we pull her off. We pull her off when the deed's done. When the deed's done, we're just, like I will.
I continue to stab her.
You know she's gone.
It literally, you have to physically restrain her.
Yeah, I try to pull her off. She's done.
Evan,
she's
just
gone.
hand her sword.
Yeah, she might start swinging that around.
Yeah, that's what we. What is it
it
with all of you and wanting to accidentally get your head cut off?
I want her to behead her.
I already have my sword. I didn't give it up.
Yeah.
I just say, Evan, she's under control. Let her get it out. Like she had some.
Look at this viscera. It's done. She's lost in it. You more than anyone should know what happens when you let yourself give in to revenge. And she's like, while we're talking, she's like around me, like,
let her. It's like, I mean, once it's out of her system, it's out of her system.
Not harming us for her to do this.
If I think it really is, I make an assessment to see if I think she's really like, is this therapeutic for Lily or is this traumatic for Lily?
Therapeutic. I love this. Keep stabbing. It's fine.
It's
A little bit of both.
therapeutic, I guess. A little bit of both. Like, yeah, it's probably doing more trauma to her also that from her already traumatic state. It's reliving some of that. But, I mean, it's also getting some of it out. And at least it's focused on somebody you want to get stabbed to death, not somebody you don't want to get stabbed to death. So while it may be the wrong focus, it's the right person to focus.
All right, Lily. Just
You'd
5
much
more
rather
minutes.
her not be stabbing you.
Yeah.
Just 5 more minutes. Then we're back to the car.
You got 5 minutes and we're out of here.
Technically, it's a big one. Car sounds more like what you say. Your kids say your kids.
Come in from the pool, kids. Come on. 20 more minutes.
5 more minutes of this.
No more of the diving board.
Yeah. Wow.
We'll search about a bit, I guess, and just see if there's anything else of.
I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Of interest, while Lily is like flailing or flaying.
As a point, I just say to Evan, I'm like, yeah, like that's what we want to avoid, becoming like her.
Well, I have to applaud Evan because there was a time he'd be like lapping up the floor, but at least now he's his own man.
I think I sort of glanced at Johnny as if to say, "That's not human blood." I don't say it out loud, but I just kind of smirk.
I say you could make 50,000 gallons of street scarlet out of that.
No, not that much.
Doesn't need it anymore. Doesn't need.
I know, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. But
he is Street Scarlet.
This is where he was in his arc, and this is where he is now. And
he's become.
There's been growth.
Yeah,
Johnny. Let us not. Well, I think she's still recovering. Maybe she's weeping. She's over there, like over where she can't hear us. She was dead moments ago, and we're not clear why she came back. And yes, oh, you were with the pram. I'm sorry. Talk to Dr. Mitchell. She's got statistics.
No, it was. It's like I was able to. I was able to transfer energy directly into her. I could tell it was happening.
Yeah, so that was kind of Johnny's suggestion to Tesla at the beginning. So I kind of have an idea.
Well, you also know that she got actual blood.
Okay, she got actual blood. But
I took the earpiece out. We were talking privately, so unless somebody told him that, I don't think he would.
No, what? I'm sorry.
We took
the Dr. Mitchell had started a.
Okay. Yes, right.
Yeah, that's what they were referring to.
Not the, he doesn't know your theory.
Not the
intravenously.
Not
she
the
was
snack.
given blood intravenously.
Yeah.
She was given blood intravenously. Okay. She was given
possibly other ways, but
Tesla's blood intravenously, or whose blood was she given?
She wasn't given any of Tesla's blood. Tesla psychically gave her.
Oh, she was given human blood. Right. Okay.
She was given human blood intravenously, and
honestly, Johnny, I think you're losing a step. I mean, you were right there.
I wasn't actually. I was.
No, he was away.
He was babysitting the pram.
He was like away. He was not in the woods.
Away.
His hearing's a little off now. It is.
I went and got the cooler of blood.
They were.
You guys have been doing a lot of stuff, and the batteries on his bell tone are a little down.
That's right.
You're not talking directly to him. He's got the acoustics are set the wrong.
By all the rules of Legend
if
if someone's pontificating in the bushes by themselves or with a friend, you don't listen.
When he watches Jeopardy reruns at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, he really focuses forward with his belt.
5 in the afternoon, he's already asleep.
No, that's 5:35.
Bedtime.
Well, you're assuming I even got out of bed, but all right.
That's true.
Well, he's just finishing up his early bird supper.
But I take the point that
$2.99.
perhaps the human blood that was transfused into Lily was actually her first feeding.
No, they determined she was human, not vampiric.
Right.
I'm not a vampire.
That's what Evan is maybe implying slightly.
And she comes back like from her rant, like walking up, like I'm not a vampire. Evan just disengages. Of course you're not.
And Evan didn't have a problem with Street Scarlet. He could have quit any time. Yeah.
That's right. Did we find anything in our
He quit when he wanted to. He did. Once he
Why is this about my drug habit? I said I would overcome it, and I did. I never said how. So go fuck yourselves.
And it was of his own volition that he overcame it.
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah, sort of. Yeah.
I did
It was
say
a choice: drink or not drink.
I could quit at any time,
Yeah, quit at any time.
That's what you kept saying.
as long as any time is this time.
I'm just gonna look very concerned at Lily. I'm like, you all right?
I'm just wet.
You're just like,
I'm just red.
Wet Lily.
I am now red Lily.
I just nod and I'm like, I'm
now
like,
she's red lily.
Yeah, I am now red.
Yeah.
Lily.
Now the
Shit.
lily is red.
Hold on, I gotta get a picture of this.
she was really a monster. So.
I smile like with a Bowie knife.
Yeah, that's the episode name right there, baby.
I am now red Lily. Yeah.
She was a pretty terrible monster, no matter how you look at it. So she had to.
Yeah.
A victim though as well. Did we find anything in our search? I take it no.
No, just junk.
Evan,
A lot of blood.
Evan, hand Lily the wet wipes.
I did. That's.
I think you're gonna
hand
need
her
a
like this
shower.
very small package that I
You
handed.
could probably,
It's like that little like pocket thing of tissues.
Yeah.
you could probably guess, Johnny, from the amount of detritus and children's bones and stuff that's around here, and the fact that the toys were probably from different children, that over the years that she's been here, she's probably fed on probably close to 200 or so children
Ugh.
over the hundreds of years that she's been here.
Should we burn the place or?
It's marble, you can't burn it.
I mean, well, the stuff inside it. I mean,
Tesla would say yes, and I mean, 3 city blocks.
I mean,
would
we
be
got the
decimated.
backpack full of C4, right?
I mean,
do
I can't
do
see
we
much reason
need to
burn
blow up?
the place.
I
And
just need to.
if you burn it, you're going to give people a reason to come here.
Do we need
You're
to
going to get
destroy?
people are going to search for things.
Must we destroy an English landmark? Like
Well,
this?
how about this? Do you have some sort of spray or something, Tesla, that will
Yeah,
disintegrate
let me
these
pull out
bones
my
in his body?
poopery.
Little
Like
vamp
Superfly
off.
or something?
Little poopery.
I mean, you want me to like, you want me to do some kind of acid stuff with these? I mean, it's not that hard to, but I mean, I'd have to come back. I don't have things to dispose of dead bodies.
I'll just ask, out of curiosity, is this a concern for us, Byron? Or?
No.
Okay, all right. Well,
I mean,
then,
if you really wanted to, you could spend some network points to probably have a cleanup team from your old CIA days and their old British.
oh yeah, Evan, put in a call to that cleanup team.
And by that, do you mean I should spend my network points because I'd rather treasure those? But if you,
Here's a network point for you, boy.
oh, thank you. Yes, I do.
have network points. We can.
I'll take some from you. Right,
Well,
right.
I think the question is now, what's our next play? I mean,
We've set the bombs and the booby traps at his other layer that was underneath the living complex, right?
Yep.
Hold on. Lucy was stabbed in the abdomen with a holy stake, and it didn't kill her
Because he missed her heart. He just
well
hit
enough.
her uterus.
Right.
That's horrible.
But do we need to do anything else with her to make sure she's remains dead this time?
Oh.
well, I mean, it also brings up the really.
Lily mostly took her head off with the Bowie knife.
I
Honestly.
staked her heart as well.
She sort
Yeah,
of
just
looks
take
like
care.
something you get at a buffet at this point, actually, like a casserole or something.
Yeah,
but
she looks like you went to hibachi and the guy just kind of like
I don't know what restaurants you're going.
He didn't
Little
cook it.
Hannibal Lecter
He
with
didn't
the
cook.
angel
He
figure.
didn't cook it. He just pushed it into a dish and put it on.
Yeah. It's like you took a handful of hamburger and just shoved it into a bowl. Or like pushed it into the grout of your floor.
So
You guys are gonna make me go vegetarian, aren't you?
Yeah, but you know, what bothers me is that weird implication saying that if it wasn't for that steak, she almost implied that she could have actually reproduced despite her vampiric state. I thought that that was not even possible. I mean,
she's
well,
a
she
little
was-
cray too.
but,
So
but then again, it could have
She
just
was a
been.
bit cray cray.
Yeah, that's so. I don't know.
I'm gonna hose her down with some of my garlic holy water.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Well, you might want to take a sample
You
of her
put some-
blood doctor because she's Dracula's line.
You
No,
put some
obviously.
SPG.
You could
put
wring it
some-
out of my hair.
You put some SPG spray on the hamburger.
Well, it might be worthwhile to take a sample because this is Dracula's bloodline. So whatever.
Okay, I've already said yes.
Oh, okay, I'm
You
sorry.
don't have to argue.
You don't have to convince me again.
She
sorry, I
scooped
missed
up a
this.
little.
So I'm
Lucy.
laughing at Lily. That doesn't mean
Is the body magnetic?
Not anymore.
Yeah, there's positive and negative all over the place. I'm positive she's dead. She's negative for life.
So,
I'm
so
sorry, I don't
anyway,
mean to interrupt the color commentary, but is there another? Do we have another destination that we're supposed to get to?
So your other destination was you guys were set to go to the in about 4 more days. You guys were set to go to the night with the Countess at
the
the
dinner.
castle.
Yeah.
At the dinner at the castle. I can't pronounce it, so you're gonna have to just forgive me on that. The Sith J or whatever Sith. It's probably pronounced something better than that in Slovakian, but it's in Czechoslovakia now. It would have been Hungary back in 1600s.
And this is Elsbeth, correct?
This is the former castle that
Yeah.
was Elizabeth Bathory's home.
All right.
I'm
They
very
did
excited.
so Elizabeth Bathory's ruins of the castle where her family lived in Hungary is a national area. It's considered a historical a natural reserve, I should say.
Landmark.
Yeah. And so this is a charity ball for recent reconstructions that have been done.
Is there
So
a lesson to be learned from some of this? So she was particularly hurt and scorned by his walking away from her, whatever his motivations were. So is there not a way that we could open the eyes of the others and turn them against him?
Yeah, yes. Find all of Dracula's ex-girlfriends that he did the good old pump and dump.
I mean, they're
So
probably...
the thing is you already know that Elsbeth was upset. Anika said that Elsbeth was upset because of the fact that Dracula left her for Lilith.
We already killed this one ex-girlfriend. This is the second one. I
But
don't know that there's that many more that we know.
I mean, it's been around a minute. If I'm being honest, is there not an army of those that we might?
Or
be
we
able
had
to
this
turn
conversation in the van on the way back.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
and Johnny did do a lot of some research from that Babylonian painting that you guys had seen. or
I
whatever.
imagine Tesla
And-
lays out towels for me to
in-
sit on.
in Babylonian in Mesopotamian and Babylonian history and culture or whatever, it is said that Marduk, who was pictured in that picture as Dracula, actually had scorned most of his sisters from relationships and had relationships with some of them, both Anika and also Elsbeth in the picture.
We need to find a way to galvanize them, Johnny, to bring them.
I
to bring
think you
them to
guys
task.
are their galvanization.
I'm gonna go pee real quick. I'm listening.
Well, and this is
You
a question
are
for-
their powers combined to do anything.
But they are not working together. They are working in isolation. We need to bring them together and
But
see what
they've
resources.
been trying to do something like this forever.
But on their own, right?
Well, I mean,
I know, yes.
So could we not Is there not strength in numbers? Could we not have a cocktail party or a Tupperware
I mean,
event?
isn't that what we're going to, basically? Maybe
But,
Anika will be there. Or
Maybe,
he
that's
can-
true. That's
maybe
true.
you could get Anika to come, Tesla, and we can have a fucking actual sit down.
Yeah, Tesla, call your mom.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm almost afraid to even try to reach out because she made me into this in a dream. Like, she never had any actual contact with me.
Be
Right?
aware of.
I
That
mean,
I'm aware of.
that's pretty nice.
So I don't know what it means to try to reach out to her and to touch a mind like that and to choose to touch a mind like that. I'm like,
Tesla,
have you tried to reach out to your
almost every day.
You guys remember?
3 to 7 times a day. Yes.
He's got that shit on a schedule.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
you
might
guys
coincide with the self-pleasure
You
schedule.
guys remember the
when he's in the bathroom with the door shut and the water running for half an hour.
I'm on vamphub.com.
Vamps only.
Yes.
Only
exactly.
vamps.
Only
Only
vamp. Oh,
I'll be
Says
honest.
only vamps.
Only fangs. Only fangs.
I'll be honest.
That's
I'll be
awful.
honest with you, Evan. The thing about it is like, other than the Dr. Mitchell incident, this
Whatever
has
you
not
do,
been a bad deal so
don't
far.
search for Big D on Fang Hub. That's
Fang.
Fang Hub.
Only fangs. That's it.
only fangs.
So I mean, I've sort of lucked out otherwise, but I'm afraid to push it.
So Tesla, not that so when I was a kid, my mother was in a very toxic relationship, and what I learned about that is that the abusers tend to isolate. He isolates
Dads aren't
them.
always great.
He isolates them. We should bring them together.
There's also a lesson in that. She's not permitted to leave. I mean, that means that the master, at least in Dracula's bloodline, can literally put a prohibition on you that you can't disobey.
Her progeny left. She could not. But
Right.
those that she made could.
Right.
Well,
Because
you also remember.
Okay.
You also remember from the first episode with Elsbeth. Elsbeth said that she was forbidden from acting directly against Lilith, which is why she wanted you to do it.
And I was going to say that one of the reasons we may have gotten as far as we have is that this is what Dracula really wants. He may not have been able to bear killing off his own progeny, although he seems like a rather, how should I put it, pathological bugger. But it may be that we are his tools at this point. That so far we have been getting rid of his detritus that he may have wanted gone for a long time. I would offer any success that we have, never forget the fact that we may be actually acting per his wishes.
But what if we saw that for what it was and had the right conversations? And then suddenly we were a united front. They can and cannot do certain things, but we are not bound by that. Well, not explicitly by his will. So while we can, why not bind them together?
but look at everything we've encountered. You know, that half immortal Nazi guy and everything. I mean,
His microwave.
everyone who is everyone
about
we encounter, all these older ones especially, they're all pretty monstrous. I mean, they've all, you don't see a lot of humanity. I mean, I'm sure Elsbeth is very.
Well, I hate to interrupt you, but if we're gonna bring down the Big D, I think we need as many monstrous people as we can.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, but I mean,
What's the hurt in trying to reach out? If she doesn't show up, she doesn't show up. We're just as good off as
Real.
if you don't reach out. If you reach out and she doesn't come, it means nothing.
All right, I'll do it.
But if we reach out and they do come, there's a fairly good chance that once we off Dracula, then they'll off us because they don't want to be next.
They're going to try to off us no matter what happens.
Yes, but they won't necessarily be in the room unless we invite them.
Well, we won't
That's
kill.
a fact. There is a point there.
Well, we won't get to kill the big D till after this happens.
And if we're trying to avoid the ire of any of these, well, any vampires, then likely we should just go home. Because we're going to piss them all off at some point. We want to kill him. The way to get to him is to use the things that he's made, these despicable things that he's made against him. He deserves that irony, does he
we
not?
definitely don't want to use anyone from his bloodline.
No.
No.
You know that Elspeth,
I glanced at Lily like, oh shit.
well, you know that there are 3 bloodlines. So Elsbeth and Anika are not descended from him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we're very aware of that. It was more along the lines. I see what Evan's saying. He wants to find more people from his bloodline.
That have been, and then when he's dead, probably the economy gets better, and everything's fine. You know,
We'll all have jobs.
yeah, we can work out, these blood drives. We can,
I'll be able to keep a job.
right?
Right.
Well,
Are you talking about the real life us or?
I'm mixing the streams. Sorry.
Byron, do we know of anyone in either of their bloodlines that we might be able to call upon and see that who might be interested in offing Dracula?
So I know for a fact that you guys would remember that Ryzen took you to a party once. And well, you may not want to reach out directly in like mental form. You know that she has a party there every month.
Anika.
Is that before?
And you know there were other vampires there.
The club, part 2.
The club.
Was that party before Elizabeth or whatever the fuck Jason's homegirl, whatever her name is?
Elsbeth.
Is it? Yeah, that lady. Is it before her party that this other party is, or?
No, it's after.
Didn't a plane fly into that club?
The helicopter.
That was a different club.
Oh, okay.
The plane flew into Elsbeth's club.
So we'd have to talk Elsbeth.
That was in Geneva.
Yeah, that was
in
a
Geneva,
helicopter.
and
We
the
flew
other one was
away. We
So,
flew away in a
Do you
helicopter.
think you
We
could talk
escaped.
Elsbeth into coming to what's her name's party?
You haven't seen her talk to her since the plane.
So Anika's club was in the meat locker or whatever,
Yep,
and
it was
we
in the meat
we
locker.
escaped in a helicopter, but it was intact. We didn't blow it up or anything. Tesla was very disappointed. I think probably.
Well,
I'm sure he's not disappointed now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we left on bad terms.
I mean, do you want me to try to reach out to Anika and see if she will go to Elsbeth's party?
Yes.
But she might not be obviously invited. There might be some bad blood.
But Johnny is a world-class diplomat who could facilitate the new relationship, I suspect.
Yeah, have a empire between 2 monstrous ancient evils.
I mean, we're
have
pinched
a
as
little
fuck
powwow.
between them right now, like between the butt cheeks of Satan or something. Why not? Why not?
Well, I mean, I certainly hope that Elsbeth doesn't just see me as a threat the second I meet with her, because like if my patron doesn't show up and I go there, am I gonna be dog food?
As long as you are a tool to take down Dracula in her kit, she'll leave you alone. The moment that he's dead.
But after that, you're on your fucking own.
Yes. And I'll just say, sort of out of character, just remind you all, you know that Johnny will wear a suicide vest. So you know that your leader actually puts the destruction of the vampires over his own survival. Now, I'll just say this out of character, so you all might not be in the same way. So I'll just be clear that if I were to invite Elsbeth there, and I've warned you all that she'll probably eat us the moment Dracula's dead, you all know that Johnny will probably wind up blowing himself up anyway, just kill her next.
But I also know
where does
that.
it leave you, though?
So I think the rest of us know that Johnny plays chess, so he understands that it's okay to take out the big D before worrying about the pawns, who are conspiring in the gutters.
The true game is the king, not the pawn.
Right? Like I think Johnny's probably got the I don't know. Yeah.
And what better piece to use to take out the
So
king?
we might be better off to try to get Elizabeth to go to Anika's party.
Wait, which is which? The thing,
you
dinner
don't,
we're
you
going
don't
to is
have any
Elsbeth.
contact with Elsbeth.
Okay.
Elsbeth is the party
Your
we're
mom.
going. Yeah, I know. She's not quite my mom.
Yo, mama.
Yo,
Not
mama.
quite. Oh my goodness.
Your mama's so ugly.
Must-
Forgive me. The Czechoslovakian castle is that not Elizabeth's castle?
yes.
It was at one
That's
point.
So
where-
that's
where
her
the
dinner party.
is.
And
We don't know that she's even there. So
but
You
Anika's
just know that it's a party that has to do with her. You don't know that she's actually there.
well, fine, but it's not Anika related. Probably.
Well,
Correct.
let's do some research, if you don't mind. I'll just ask a couple questions. You can tell me, Byron, if this all won't work, but what does Elizabeth have an MO in terms of like what kind of humans she likes to drink?
Sure. I mean, the history would tell you that she drinks the blood of virgins. That's how she stayed young.
All right, Evan. Hack
Evan.
that,
She killed.
that party.
She killed supposedly
It's-
257.
See how many virgins are coming to that party. Let's see if it's got Elsbeth's fingerprint on the blood
That's
type.
going to be very difficult to tell how many.
let's
virgins-
interview
No,
each
no,
person.
no, it's totally
Sounds
easy.
good on a survey?
I
You don't
start.
even know who got.
I run some queries on Facebook Social Graph to see what's going on there. Like, see how many people have Tinder profiles, Grinder profiles. I don't know,
OnlyFans.
other things ending in
OnlyFans.
her.
Things.
Oh
OnlyFans.
yeah. Well, if they could still be virgins on OnlyFans, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Could be, or they could not be. Who knows?
But yeah,
Is
we,
this your first night?
Virginity is a social construct. So.
It is right.
That's true. You know, I mean, I think that the only practical thing to do
That's what all the 14-year-old boys say.
is to I'll try to reach out to Anika and see if I can make contact in my dreams, I guess.
And try to get her to be able to set up a meeting with.
Yeah. And if that doesn't work out, I mean, Elsbeth is our next contact. This dinner party is our best shot. I mean, we just have to take our shot and go with it.
All right,
I
if
mean-
you're gonna do that, Tesla, let's do that at the ring. Let's get you a cottage that's 100 feet from everything else before you do it,
agreed.
and then, let's get an area where we're not all together. Okay.
We'll get him on my pillow as well. It's more comfortable. He can focus.
Isn't that owned by that conservative bastard? No.
I don't know really. It's supportive.
All right, so if we want to try that, maybe we'll use, because we're in England, maybe go to the ring. They have cameras, they have surveillance, they have specialists. They can put you in an observing room away from everyone else while you try to make the dream contact. And then if that doesn't work, we'll find out what Evan finds out from the research to see if the party list sounds like an Elspeth feast. And that might indicate that Elspeth's going to be there. Those are a couple of leads. Anyone else want to do anything?
Much else. I mean, I think that we should take it's going to sound really weird for us, but I think we should go in there unarmed. It's not like we survive. No, I'm serious. I don't think we can survive if it gets to violence anyway. So I think we should go in there with the understanding that we're coming in completely diplomatically. No vests, no C4, not a knife, not a gun, no vampire killing bullets, nothing.
There's this. I think I'm standing behind
Johnny thinks
Tesla
that
with a
Tesla's
recorder.
definitely a pawn of the vampire now. Out of character, I think that he's a pawn of you, Byron. You've tried to have him convince us to go into with no weapons.
I mean, it's
I like the idea. I mean, I'm happy with it. I'm not going to say that I'm not. Like,
But
this is about.
But I think it's literally going to say that we are here specifically
to feed you.
So understand this. Lily,
if we're walking in there in the first place, we're already choosing that if violence happens, that we're probably not going to make it out, right?
Lily, armed or not, is a weapon. We are escapists. We're there to further their ends, and we're starting to see maybe through their eyes. This is our shot. It's not about placing a C4 in Dracula's bum. It's not about. We're not going to do that.
Well, that's exactly what it's about.
But it's not. And well, I mean, unless other people are holding him down, and then Tesla would probably just, as he will.
I've been practicing.
A little olive oil.
On who?
Who said olive oil? Who said that?
Olive oil.
That's amazing.
It's
olive.
avocado oil. He's a health guy.
Here's another
Much healthier.
possible.
Oh my god.
Here's another possible.
Got a higher smoke point. The
Show
avocado.
title is
Yeah.
that's not haggis.
Yeah.
See, Tesla's been experimenting with C4 butt plugs. It's like,
Ooh.
It's going to revolutionize the porn industry.
Yeah. Well. Yes,
only
it will.
fangs. Only fangs.
Only bang.
Have you ever seen a porn action movie? That's just it.
Yes.
Lots of explosions.
Aren't
Michael
they all
Bay.
action movies by definition?
Okay. So
Running
Even
away.
if they're not.
Oh.
Michael Bay.
Tesla's going to do his dream
It's my
research.
favorite kind of action movie.
Dan's
Evan's
trying to
gonna
get us
do
past this
his
one.
research. Doctor's going to do her blood research to see if there's anything left of that blood. I think Lily and I don't really have a whole lot to do next.
You guys could like do Sudoku or something.
I am going to restore.
Play Mahjong.
I'm going to restore that Prem and sell it on eBay. It's an
He's gonna
antique.
get the $45 he's
That's gonna take more than 4 days.
That's fine.
Only
I mean,
Prem.
I don't mean the.
Only Prams.
Yeah, only Prams. God. Ugh. I don't mean the
Are you on my only Prams?
the new Pram, the one that we probably left down there. I mean the one that we dragged out, which was the old gnarly one. I'm gonna keep that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Of the antique.
gnarly Pram.
Yeah. Gnarly Pram. That's
Better,
a
Johnny's first
we
brand.
paid $200, $200 American dollars for that pram. We better
That
not.
was a different Pram. He's talking about the 1950s Pram that was on.
Johnny's
We
first
said we
brand.
abandoned the other one.
Oh, yeah, you did pay $200 for that Pram. That's a very expensive Pram to leave lying
And it had
around.
the C4 in it. I mean, better not.
It did. It did have C4.
Well, it turns out you could put the C4 from the shitty plastic Pram into the antique Pram that I'm good. It's just fine. Listen.
Are you going to sell the C4 on eBay as well, or?
Oh, nice.
That's
No,
against,
that's frowned
against-
upon. It's against the terms of service. I've checked. Tesla and I had a side hustle.
Tried to have a side hustle.
Yeah.
How many accounts did you have locked down? Wait, never mind. I'm not going to say that on the stream.
It is interesting, Tesla, that ever since at first night, whenever we put C4 on one of the drones, it just falls out of the sky. I don't understand.
You can't find a drone to put C4 on.
So the problem is not the drones. It's that all the chips are made in China,
You're right.
and so
Exactly.
and so like the navigation systems are way off.
Byron, could we use?
Every
Remember
time
those?
I try to do the remote.
You can't even find a fucking kite anymore. I don't even understand.
It's like
It's like they
rules
quit
of the
fucking
universe
making
have
them or
changed.
something.
Yeah.
The laws of physics, they've been altered somehow.
It's like, however, though, I have this new plan. It's like, so I have this like small flock of seagulls I've been raising over here.
That's good. Unfortunately, there's no Walmart around you, so there are no seagulls.
You just pack them. You just pack them full of Alka-Seltzer and send them on their way.
I thought he meant the 80s band. Okay.
Yeah, me
The
too.
actual goals.
Yeah.
I was thinking that. Shout, shout.
No, that's Tears
All
for
the
Fears.
drones are out.
That's Tears for
This
Fears.
would be
Oh yeah, that's right.
Iran.
That's all you're getting too. Tears.
Iran, not the country, but the verb, like I ran. Yeah, yeah, that song.
So far away.
See?
So I've been trying to
You guys really are fucking old.
Okay, stream. Go ahead in the
And
comments
and
below.
thanks for getting us copyrighted for singing that.
No, it wasn't more than like
It wasn't good enough.
8 seconds or whatever.
I mean, if you sing it, that's a parody, right? I think you're okay.
you have to
Well,
put.
that's what he did.
Purposely off key.
Okay, so the name of this episode, according to Tara, is Meet Stabitha, and then in parentheses I'll put Flock of Seagulls cover, and we're fine.
It's
fine.
Good,
Totally
I like
fine.
it. Meat stabbing.
So
All right, I got
are
it.
we agreed that we're going to try to
I
align them?
believe that's what we're going to try.
Well, yes, Tesla's going to see if he can make concrete the dream. You're going to research to see if there's virgins at this party.
This
The
is
doctor's
getting
gonna look at the
so
blood.
weird.
And
I'm trying to determine how
Dan,
he's going to know if there
please.
are virgins at the party. I don't
Take a pen and on a notepad
With the
on your
computer,
desk,
how you're gonna
write
do it.
down what
set
you just said.
difficulty level. We'll split the points.
Just set up some Evan. Just do some data mining with some algorithm to determine the likelihood of virginity based on your social media.
No. I've so far I've determined that.
just
If you look at this graph, you'll see the likelihood of them approaching non-virginity, but they didn't quite get there. So far we're. Is that possible? I know it.
no.
Yeah. What is that
I can
sound?
think of a couple ways. One is almost the entire human population is infected with megalovirus.
What?
CMV,
but-
baby.
I'm sorry?
CMV, baby.
Yep. I, for example, am not, so I can donate blood to babies. But a lot of sluts, sorry, just kidding. A lot of people are infected with megalovirus. And so maybe you could check to see, are the people who are going to the party, are they absolutely clean of any social diseases? For example.
What are you gonna do? Prick their fingers as they walk into the door?
They blood test
Just
each
hack
one.
their blood donations, their doctor's records. Like,
How are we gonna
Take
get
more
this list?
Not a standard test.
How are we gonna get this list? We didn't even.
this
we
is a
barely got
fancy
it.
campaign. This
So
is
ma-
not like a
so ma-
PSA for like
So
real
many years
like,
ago,
you know,
when I was
come on.
when I was
Fine.
when
we
I
can,
was
we can do all kinds of things. We can hack the CIA mainframe, but we cannot determine a virgin. It's
So-
impossible.
so when I was approached to join this organization, I was never informed that I would be
Against the
virtually
terms and
analyzing the
conditions.
genitalia state of all
Terms and
random.
conditions.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
I mean, what I will do is try to see if there's any way, based on sort of travel plans and other things that are going on, like anyone that's going there. Because, you know, what year was this, Byron? This was before.
2000.
2010, 2011.
Oh, wow. So that's like the height of people like, oh, look at what I'm doing or whatever. I try to assemble a roster with bots. I leverage sort of, you know, a bot network. I'm sure I've got access to a few of those to sort out who's going there and who's public about it. Because the people that are stupid that are going to get eaten, so like the menu, they will be bragging like, I'm going here. And the rest of it I can't.
So
Wait, I have an idea.
Okay.
For the virginity thing, what if we get the guest list, and I can't believe I'm suggesting this because anyway, what if we get the guest list and then we fake a survey, and like for science, and give them all like a $5 Starbucks gift card for participating in about the copy like the genitalia experience survey, and but it just asks questions about sexual history and
Right.
and social mores and stuff like that, and it's for science, and here's a $5. We'll give them each a $5 gift card for.
Yeah, and there has
It's
to be
survey.
3,000 people at this party.
As
I mean, it's going to be a digital survey, dude.
well, but it's a subset, right? It's the ones who are going because they were invited. They don't know why. They think it's cool. But I'm going to self-select out of being the person to write the questions. I'll leave that to Johnny, because mine would be weird. And the respondents would be like, what? Be like, well, she said you wanted, you know, genitalia.
I'll
or
build
something.
some reassurance into the questions.
Yeah,
so that
yeah. Yes.
they
Spend
can-
on that, yeah.
They feel
Anyway.
confident answering them, that they won't be recognized or anything. I just feel like there's a lot of back and forth just for what was a whim. Like, let's figure out if there's virgins going to this party.
Well, but the
Okay.
question is, Johnny, once we know if we can get ahead of it, can we stop them from showing up? And when we arrive, we can explain why none of their menu has showed up. But
Yep,
instead,
you realize
listen.
you have
I think
3
that's going to
days.
make her mad. That's true.
Okay, tonight, tomorrow,
so
the
yeah,
next
but
day,
Byron,
and then that's the party.
If you were flying to Chaosium Con and the airline sent you a spoofed email that was very believable that said, hey, don't come because you're going to die, you did not go. So, like, everybody that's coming in, if we could stop it.
You want to spoil the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then-
That would be easy. All you'd have to do is send out an email saying that we've reinstated masking requirements.
I like it.
80% of the people would cancel.
I already got my ticket, so it's too late. But,
No,
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be-
you know, it's a funny thing though, is that if we're going to be trying to mess up their dinner menu, how does that work for us diplomatically?
Yeah, I don't think that's a good plan.
Because we literally have to turn a blind eye to the fact that we're probably going to a murder party.
It's not the first one, though.
A party where they may have human beings being exsanguinated right in front of us. I mean, if we're not prepared,
it could just be a nice dinner party.
It is not going to be a nice dinner party.
They could just be serving pheasant.
It's going to be a nice dinner party. But
yeah, so
could be a nice dinner.
If you guys are feeling that you want to interfere with that, perhaps only I and Evan should go.
Well, the point that I was trying to make, Tesla, is what if we can minimize the number of folks that showed up? And what if we were calculating and the ones that did, like the ones that might deserve it? Like this guy. Look at this guy. Look, he's got. Look at all these traffic citations. He deserves it.
I mean, case in point, there was this guy who bumped into me yesterday when I was going out and getting some drinks, and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna feed off of this asshole." So I made him pass out in the Circle K. And I didn't really feel that bad about it.
I think I have to high five him at this point. It's just like, oh, yeah. Slow high five. Yeah.
It sounds like we're probably going no matter what to this party. So maybe we'll know there's virgins, maybe we won't. We could try a couple things. Byron, you want to tell us how successful we are with the dream contact, the blood test?
Yeah.
He can't wait to tell us how we wasted half an hour talking about this.
He's sitting there just laughing. He's like, see my background?
It's like longer than that. It's
half an hour. So, I mean, how long are you going to wait for the surveys to come back?
Half an hour.
It's going to take longer than that.
However, no. This is Survey Monkey. It's super fast.
I mean, yeah, but the problem is there's different time zones throughout the world.
And you said we have 4 days.
We have 4 days.
I don't know this. We do that just to appease the survey crowd. So whenever it comes in, you tell us. But I think the main vector is let's try to sort of categorize. Say that
the information will come in, and as it comes in, you've programmed it to go into a poll on your iWatch.
I want to take a look at
on your Apple Watch.
What kinds of social media do they belong to? How frequently are they involved? What groups do they belong to? We'll categorize those because certain groups will tell you
their criminal records.
Okay, so
all that stuff.
One thing you discovered that you didn't necessarily notice before, or weren't really
didn't have Apple Watches in 2010.
Whatever.
They just had normal watches.
They're prototypes.
It's like a watch.
So it's on your Casio watch, right underneath the calculator. It comes in. But but anyway.
it's like this on my wrist.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like a big watch. Yeah, it's a fossil watch.
It's like you guys.
What the fuck is wrong with you now that you're back?
Like you were back in the woods.
Yeah, we regret saving you.
You're right. But anyway, so
I haven't got to play anything in months.
That's facts. So you find the information, you find part of it from the social media exposure, stuff like that, a lot of the women and stuff like that are coming are dressing up like Elizabeth Bathory. So it's a costume party. People have very historical costumes and stuff like that they're coming in. They're dressing in the 1600s time periods.
To make it hard as hell to spot her.
There are people that are business people that are associated with the National Reserve, people who would be philanthropic to be funding money into the charity ball and stuff like that. That's what it is. It's a charity ball. So, there are a lot of high profile people that are coming. Elon Musk had declined. He did mention that.
He's busy with PayPal at this point, I think.
He is, yeah. But he still got invited, But yeah, so you do find there's a lot of high profile business people who could be there. A variety of things at that point. Would there be virgins there? I'm sure. An exact number, pretty difficult to
There
tell.
will be 17
Yeah.
versions. What I will do.
Difficult to tell. You do know that most of the
16
people that will
now.
be there will not be young girls, and she did supposedly feed on girls under her in the late teens or early teens. So that you would feel that the populace there that's going to the party doesn't really represent her.
Eating habits.
Yeah, so it's not as. I mean, they're not lambs; they're more sheep.
So is there any way to make connections though, Byron, with I'm sorry, what was Brent's, what's Tesla's matron's name? I was going to try to see if there are any connections. What I want to do is advise my party sell that stock because they'll be eaten. Like, just like, hey, these business people. But like, are there any connections to the vampiric community outside of just random people being invited at all?
You could see that, like, because you guys looked into like the business of like where that party was held, the real estate holdings of the building, where the meat locker and stuff, and the facility in Ring that you guys went to in Poland when you are in the Ukraine, in Odessa and stuff like that. So you guys have kept track of all that stuff and done that type of investigation throughout the whole campaign. So you would have a paper trail of different things that you could start to put together that kind of sometimes sound like conspiracy theories, like you're reading the old books and stuff that you're putting together.
Yeah.
And actually, when you start saying them, they start sounding like that, and you're like, "Am I really just reverting back to my old days when I thought everything was aliens, but I knew it was aliens, but I was right, but I'm not right, but I'm He's starting to circle, and the next thing you know, you're watching the History Channel with the dude with the big hairs on there.
Giorgio.
Art Bell in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
I love Giorgio. Okay,
stuff like that. Sekulis is, he might even be on the list. People related to like the History Channel and stuff like that. Yeah. It looks like there could be some sort of filming going on. Not really any like news related people seem to be going. It's all more like high profile. So they're not letting any paparazzi style people in the building.
Yeah, because they don't want footage or records.
Well, not that they would show up on footage anyway, probably.
Well, they've got a million Elvis lookalikes there, so even if they had people taking pictures, it was like
right. So you are supposed to show up in a masquerade style in costume.
Even the business types, even the donors.
Yeah, even the donors and stuff a lot of them are showing up in costume, or at least.
How much does the doctor look like Elsbeth?
How much? I mean, she could look like Elsbeth. You guys have you could make her look like James Bond.
Now you're really gonna get fucking Evans rocks off.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, can you just pose like that for a few more minutes? Why is the water running?
I mean, that's being optimistic. If you're going in minutes, that's like.
I guess Lily and the doctor could both go as Elsbeth. Actually, we could all go as Elsbeth if we're really good with makeup.
Elsbeth does not look Japanese, but
I would propose for next session. We unless you're approximating Elsbeth, everybody go get a masquerade mask.
Ooh, there we go.
That'd be cool.
I got one.
Because it's going to be 2 weeks after Chaosium Con that we get to play. Because the next Wednesday we would play, it would be the Wednesday before Chaosium Con.
You mean Tuesday?
Well, yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah,
exactly.
We're not going to play that week.
I don't know if everybody could pull that off.
We should. Can we? Because I put it on the calendar that is now on our website.
Oh, cool. Yeah, sure.
I could delete it if you want, but I was hoping.
No, if it's on there, I should be able to do it. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
I can't see any problems I would have.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Well, I wasn't sure if everybody would be able to do it with leaving for Chaosium Con and the next day or so after that. I don't know. We've all gotten new jobs since then.
Well, we will have all gotten new jobs by then, bro.
Right. Right, but yeah, we could definitely do it before Chaosium Con.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna assume that this is taken up like 3-4 days. So you guys will be able to say one thing that you did, other than the stuff you've already mentioned.
Oh.
After I'm done describing everything I'm gonna give you, you could have done one more quick thing, and what your costume's going to be by the end of this session today. Here, what we're going to do here. So you gotta come up with that when it's not your turn while I'm talking. All right.
Yeah.
So, Lily, I wasn't sure, you weren't really doing anything, right? You won. You beat Johnny a lot in Mahjong, but he cleans your clock and chess for some reason. Like, he played way too much. And it's so hard to play Mahjong with him because he makes you use a chess clock. Really difficult to think. But anyhow, Tesla, you reach out to Anika, or attempt to. At first, the first like 2 days, you just feel like you're just not in the right mindset. You maybe feel like you're too scared the first day, like you're just not relaxed enough. So you get some weed from a local dealer, try to relax a little bit, maybe even something like that, and you try to relax a little bit. The next day, it's just you feel like it's very loud, like you're trying to open your mind, and all of the noise of the whole place is just coming in, and it's just annoying you very much. And on the third night, you can feel like you're walking through this fog. At first, you just assume that you've passed out. You're just so tired of trying to stay up at night and do this, and the mental energy that it's taking and draining on you. And you begin to reach out, and it's like you're walking across a desert, like through a sandstorm, and you can't see, and you look back, and all you see is your tracks of you've been walking and walking and walking and walking up and down the dunes, and the sand just kind of comes and erases your steps, and you just feel like all the work you've done has just been erased. Like, it's just giving you like a lack of hope. It starts to drag you down mentally, and you find yourself mentally, like, you just almost kneel down in the sand, and you're like, why will you not talk to me? Why will you not hear me? You clearly came to me and made me this way, and now you won't answer. When a child cries, doesn't his mother reach out to him? And as you do that, you see a foot in the sand ahead of you wearing a sandal, and you like look up, and she's wearing like this, like Mesopotamian style clothing, and she has like a, a like a scarf around her face and so forth. And there are 3 people with her, very dark skinned men wearing some weird clothing that you just can't make out. It's like it's just not your focus. Like, it's out of the vision. Like when you're trying to look at the TV, and it's just like it's in the darkness. You just can't quite see it. Because the light is coming from her that you can see. And you smell the marketplace that you smelled when you were being healed. And she offers you a bowl of fruit, and you reach out, and your mouth is so dry from walking through the desert, and it hits your cracked lips, and you throw part of it up immediately because it's just like when you haven't eaten or drank in days. And you can feel, and she says, don't worry, my son, it will all be right in the end. A pawn you are not, a bishop you shall be, perhaps my knight.
Oh.
And she touches your mouth, and blood from her finger trickles into your mouth, and it's like the sweetest fruit you've tasted. And and you could feel the power surging in your veins, and then you wake up.
I'll awkwardly tell them that I think she's telling me just to trust that things will work out. That I don't know if that's an indication that she's going to participate in some way.
I could provide you with a list of startups that had that belief as well.
It's like, but you couldn't understand what this was like.
Oh, but I can.
It's like she. It was almost more powerful than the first time I met her. Hey, there's something about, I don't know. I was down and out. My arm was all messed up. I was in a fever dream, but it's like, I don't know. I had to be completely defeated.
Oh, you mean you were lost
to the edge
and
last time,
and everything you believed in was just crumbling around you, and then there was that last moment where you realized, like, I know exactly what you mean, and she's right. It will be right in the end, but for who? We need them aligned. It can't be for her and not Elsbeth or Johnny or Dr. Mitchell. We need them aligned. So were you able to chat in this, or were you just busy sucking on a finger? And how'd that end? Did you?
Yeah, it's like, to be honest with you, I mean, other than a sense of awe and fear, it was almost like it was almost like every time I meet with her, I'm so overcome with a sort of reverence that I can barely even bring words to my mouth in these dreams. Like last time, the only thing I said was, I'll accept her gift, and then that was basically it. This time around, she already knew what I was contacting her for, and she said I was not a pawn, perhaps a bishop or a knight. So,
her exact words were, "You were not a pawn. Maybe you would become a bishop or her knight."
Yes, I would be explicit about that, which it's interesting because we've talked about them playing chess before. So,
in fact,
on some level, she's able to understand our conversations and what we talk about. But you already know that.
What's funny?
Here comes the tinfoil hat again.
You're everything you feared most. You are your own satellite for her.
All right, so I think that answered everything you guys were doing. Am I right?
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Mitchell, you were doing blood research.
I do need a chart of the virgins, but you can provide that next.
Sure,
next
I'll give you that.
In their Facebook, in their profile pictures.
I don't want to
you
get in trouble with Johnny. I have to provide what he asked for.
Their names and stuff.
Yeah, PII, all the PII you have. Yeah,
you got all that.
Yeah.
What was whether there's any other blood related questions or anything like that you were doing? Do you come up with?
I want to see if I can confirm the Dracul lineage for her. And
yes,
repeat the experiments with magnetivity.
Yeah. So yeah, you do all of that. For some reason, Lucy's blood is not magnetic. That was a difference that you hadn't seen before. And this time you have more of Lily's blood and so forth. And you can tell from mixing, again, you try to mix the Dracul blood. You mix some of Lucy's blood with Lily's blood, and they don't mix. So for some reason, Lucy's blood would not take over Lily's blood, which is probably why she didn't die. And it has the same effects as the other Dracul blood did when interacting with Tesla's and Evan's blood. And Lucy's blood also does not mix with yours or Johnny's.
Doesn't mix with our blood.
Nope. It doesn't take it over like the other Dracul blood does.
Huh. She tended to make baby vampires. Is it something like, I don't know. Maybe she can only affect very small people? I don't know. I'll ask Evan, since he's got facial images, multiples of all these guests, can he build me some glasses that will allow me to use facial recognition software to eliminate every Elspeth that's on the invitation list that he sees?
So nope, because you only have one day. Can't do it.
Wow.
Because remember I said you're only going to get one more choice. And you're going to have all the days that would be gone.
What I can do is get you some of those really large glasses that make you look like a big bug. The big plastic ones.
With the antennae?
I feel as if your powers are somehow degrading.
Listen, I don't know. I'm a technologist, not an optician.
You're not a bricklayer?
No, I don't.
All right.
No.
So we'll go. So you have basically one day from the morning to this evening. Guys, we're going to assume that you have flown to Czechoslovakia because it will take time. Go ahead.
Just give our outfits, right?
Yep. Whatever else.
Was there a man in your dream that was with her? There were some men too, as well, right?
Yeah, I would have explained that. Yeah.
Couldn't really make them out though. Not enough to give you a description of their clothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like dark.
Costume. I was gonna have that do my costume.
Yeah, he couldn't make them out. That was actually that. I'm not trying to be stupid about your idea, but no, he literally he couldn't make them out. I said that in the thing. Yeah. It's like they were like standing behind the light, so he couldn't really make out what they were wearing, and they were wearing strange clothing.
Well, are there any rules to what the costumes are supposed to be besides Elspeth?
No, so
like 1600s.
Yeah, so what I would say is this for the sake of the stream, like just to say it out loud. None of us would, but don't be that person. But yeah, so it's a masquerade that could have plausibly been in the 1600s. So some kind of masky, cloaky.
I'm gonna do like a red dress with like a white mask that looks kind of like cat-like with like a red bow. I'm
just saying, I'm gonna show up what I'm wearing. Yeah,
I like it.
I think we should all go away and go to a costume nothing extravagant, but like show up to stream. What are you wearing? I got an idea. That's gonna be hilarious.
Not a bad idea.
I mean, I'll do it. If you guys don't want to do it, I won't do it because that'd be weird. If I'm just sitting here like
describe our costumes, or we actually wear costumes.
I think he was going with actually wear a costume.
That's what I'm going for.
Trying to find a 1600s costume in 2 weeks.
That might be tough.
It depends. If you pretend to be super poor, you can just come naked with a mask on. You'll be fine. No, I don't know.
A toga, you could be a Roman, right?
Yeah.
Are you trying to get viewers?
Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
Julius Caesar. Okay.
I like that though.
All right. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna assume you guys have flown to Czechoslovakia, managed to get your costumes, got everything that you needed, and stuff like that. Any last minute, you have your preparedness cherries, stuff like that, like all ready to go. You don't have to use those or anything. And I will give each one of you during the party one opportunity to come up with something realistic that you would have. Not something with your preparedness cherry when you could just automatically get it, but something realistic that you might bring to the party.
Okay. I'm not showing up unarmed. That is not happening.
I assume we're allowed to be armed. Is that correct or no?
I mean, there's like metal detectors at the doors. It's they're keeping security.
So we could have plastic guns.
You could have like something. You could probably get something that you could smuggle in for sure. You guys are super spies.
Oh shit.
You could have something. That's not a problem.
We could also have if we can get there.
But like the magnetic net gun, probably not making it in.
Before the party starts, if we could have someone go in as a maid or a cleaner and actually leave a cache of weapons for us inside, so after we go to the metal detectors, we just pick them up.
I would say I would let you get away with probably one weapon each that way.
Okay.
Because you don't have a lot of time, because you've already spent the last 4 days doing all this other research and all that stuff.
Okay.
But
All right,
you are typically prepared with stuff like that, so the jawbone
No,
of Lucy.
I wasn't going to share that.
Oh
Damn.
shit! I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. That's why it was private. But yes, I'm going to go with in my bag for deployment at the moment when it matters, the jawbone or some appropriate part, since you said it could be whatever, of our friendly corpse, because we need evidence. We need
She
visceral.
did not turn to ash because you didn't take her out in the sun.
Yeah, and so I'll keep it, like in I'll get one of those shirts that you wear when you don't want to get a sunburn. I'll wrap it in that.
Okay, got it.
I'm kidding.
I like it.
Yeah, I'll wrap it in foil. That works for all things.
And then he can turn it into a hat when he gets in.
Right, tinfoil hat with a Lucy jawbone in it. I got it. Understand. All right, Lily. Anything for you, Lily?
No.
All right, Tesla.
Most of my stuff is I do intend not to bring a weapon in there. I do want to make sure that we have a good escape vehicle, just in case.
Okay. Yeah, there's some pretty
Because
nice.
I'm assuming that we're going to need to. That if things go bad, it's not going to be a fighting situation. It's going to be a running situation. So I don't know, bulletproof. Get the fuck out van.
Okay, we can assume you can make that.
The Goblin Riot van.
No, that's destroyed.
The Goblin Riot van.
Goblin Riot Junior.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. No, you'd have to do something that would fit in, like probably an armored Mercedes from like a CIA operative that would have it in Czechoslovakia. Yeah, you could easily get your hands on that.
I think
one of your old network points.
In honor of Goblin Riot, though, the license plate says like Orc Battle,
right,
but without the vowels. Like,
yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, Johnny.
Is there something special I would have?
Is there something special that you have?
Is that what you're saying? What you're asking me now?
Yeah, if there's anything specific you want to ask for. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
I'll have ask Tesla to prepare a hypodermic needle with a radioactive substance that can be detected at range, but is not incompatible with blood. And if necessary, like if we inject someone, including myself, with it before a vamp feeds on them, we can then use a detector to trace them at like a 5-mile radius.
Damn, dude.
I mean, you could
prep that.
Yeah, that sounds like something Dr. Mitchell could do, but you could definitely get a radioactive isotope that you could put into each one of you that wouldn't do damage to you, but yeah, it could be tracked. Yeah,
like the PET scan juice, right? Like that stuff.
And a hypodermic needle, because you could do a third party as well.
If they inhale that.
I'll ask Tesla and the doctor separately, knowing that they have some bad blood, all puns intended, between them. All right, that's it for me.
Yeah, so we're going to call that like a pill that you would have. So you could either take it or not take it based off of your preference.
Okay.
How's that?
Like a
Can I get a hypodermic?
So you could say
somebody.
I'll say yeah.
I could put it in somebody's pocket.
Yeah, or you could just put an Apple tag. No,
That's true. Or you could just do Apple tags, right?
No, I don't have it. 2010.
Probably still had. That's probably about when Tile came out.
You could put like a paper. Right. Exactly.
Here, I'm going to put this in your pocket.
All right, Dr. Mitchell, anything?
Condoms? No.
You can bring those.
Absolutely. So helpful.
Always an option.
Trojan man.
Full body condoms.
Yeah, I'm tired. I don't know.
No, you're fine. You can, if you think of something, you can text it to me.
I'm gonna get like metal sheeting in the like neck of my dress,
like that frill dress, but
like
it's got
that frill dress, but it's got like metal sheet in it.
I like it.
Like collar stays, but they're sharpened.
I'd say you could do that.
I don't know. It's kind of fun.
I don't know. I'll let you know.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so you guys, basically, when we start next time, we're gonna arrive at the party with in the grand entrance to the night with the Countess.
And somehow, whether you meant to do it or not, Byron, you've arrived. You brought us all to Vampire the Masquerade.
And now we're